ready. I'm ready. I'm ready and I'm sexy.
Anyone hear that beep?
Okay, everyone's here, correct?
Hmm?
All right, perfect.
Rhodes is in here. But...
All right, we're gonna call this court into session. This is gonna be the people versus Kyle Pred. I'm just gonna go over the statement of charges quickly. Between the dates of March 22nd, 2022 and March 24th, 2022, Sheriff Kyle Pred of the Paleto Bay Sheriff's Office began wearing the insignia of the Los Santos Police Department, began wearing vests which read police instead of sheriff, declared himself as the chief of police of the Davis Police Department, and publicly announced that he was the co-chief of police. The Los Santos Police Department, and specifically Chief of Police Sam Bass, assert that the actions of Kyle Pred constitute impersonation of a police officer insofar as Kyle Pred has knowingly worn a uniform intended to parody or duplicate the authorized uniform of the Los Santos Police Department and has falsely claimed a rank in which he does not hold. Further, on or about March 23rd, 2022, while still falsely holding the title of Chief of Police of the Davis Police Department, Kyle Pred caused to be added an unauthorized charge to the Los Santos Police Department invoice with Hayes Auto Body Repairs. Kyle Pred did so with the intent to wrongfully deceive employees of Hayes Auto Body Repair and secure a profit for himself in the form of free repairs. Now, Mr. Kyle Pred, how do you plead to these charges? ×1 impersonating a peace officer.
Not guilty.
×1 fraud.
Not guilty.
Sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Not guilty, Your Honor, to either charge.
Okay, with that in mind, are there any pretrial motions that need to be heard?
I do have one, perhaps two, Your Honor.
Okay, step forward.
All right, Your Honor. Just let me get my notepad out here. Defense would like to move to exclude the invoice from Hayes Auto Body. If your honors could please be so kind as to bring it up. I have a few points I would like to go over, so you could follow along.
It's a good thing they got time.
Senator, do you have your invoice up, sir?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. What about you, Grayson?
I get it. I'm good.
All right, we're ready. Go ahead.
So, like I said, Your Honors, I have a few issues with this. The first one, there's a very misleading title. It is entered into the evidence as a Los Santos Police Department invoice. But when you look at the actual invoice itself, by Hayes, it just says it is for the police department. Following that, if you draw your attention to some of the data in the sheet, you will see that there are some missing and incomplete data. Specifically one line which only has a charge as well as a description, but the rest of the data is missing. If you also look at this data, even though the title says it's for Los Santos Police Department, there is a mix of both LSPD and BCSO officers listed in this invoice, again, invalidating the title it has. Furthermore, there is no validation on this invoice. It is not signed by a member of Hayes. There is no stamp on this. There is no way to determine if this actually came from Hayes Auto Body. Now, all of that stuff, with evidence being what it is in the city, I would be willing to overlook. However, the prosecution has failed to provide a witness to speak on behalf of this invoice. Because of all that, I move to remove this piece of evidence from the docket.
Can I rebuttal, Your Honors?
Yeah,
and
go ahead.
Excellency?
100%. Go ahead.
Okay. It's not a misleading title. It's entered for the LSPD because there is only one police department within the state of San Andreas. There are two sheriff's offices. If it said SO invoice at the top of it, I could understand the confusion. However, LSPD, as will be testified to by the chief of police, is the only establishment or the only department which actually has a running invoice with Hayes Automotive, so there's nothing misleading about that. Missing data in some of the cells in there. That's simple. Oh, fuck you, Pred, you piece of shit.
Fuck you.
Stop right now. One warning. Next time we are collecting to contempt. Is that understood?
I understand, Your Honor.
Secondly, the data that's missing, I mean, that's clerical errors on behalf of the mechanics that submitted it. I've got, no excuse for that one. If the court wants to throw it out based on a couple of cells not being filled out, then I got nothing for that. As to the mix of BCSO officers that are listed on there, I didn't anticipate having to refute this, but we actually refused to pay all of those and submitted an official letter to Hayes Automotive reflecting the same. I'd be happy to give that letter to the court at this time to help clear that up. As to the lack of validation, this invoice is going to be confirmed by the Chief of Police as having been paid by the Los Santos Police Department straight out of our budget.
Okay, give us a couple of minutes to speak about this quickly.
Yeah.
All right. So what both sides say is interesting because there are multiple officers, both deputies and officers on here. Nothing here says that it goes out of the LSPD account. That's what I don't get about this. There's nothing here that says this comes out of an LSPD account. Everyone here is by their call sign. So there's 300 call signs, and then there's 400 call signs here.
I mean, from what I can see, all this does show is that a transaction occurred in which Kyle Pred, requested it. Now, whether or not they have any...
Well, on the previous point too, it's possible that, say, Marcel was driving an LSPD car with an LSPD passenger. Right?
Correct.
But they log it as the BCSO call sign.
The same with whoever car officer is, whoever that is. So I'm going to say I'm not going to throw this out. I'll leave it there, and we'll just keep it in mind when we deliberate.
I'm fine with that.
You fine with that, Senator?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Paul, could you try to put a mask on by chance?
All right, Mr. Titus. Okay, we're not going to sustain or overrule your objection here to this piece of evidence, but we will keep it in mind when we deliberate, okay?
Okay, thank you very much, Your Honors. I don't have a second one now.
Okay, not a problem. With that in mind, prosecution, you may begin.
I've got a
Opening
question in
statements.
relation to that motion. Is the court going to be weighing that in deliberations and whatnot?
The item that they're trying to remove, we'll look into it during deliberations. You can use it during the court case.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. In that case, I'm ready for opening. All right. You ready for me, Your Honors?
Go ahead.
All right. Thank you, Your Honors, Your Excellency, people of court. Sometime several months ago, the Senate issued a decree announcing that the Blaine County Sheriff's Office would be split into two departments, breaking the former dominion of Kyle Pred into two, second sheriff being appointed. Sheriff Dominic Toretti was appointed to lead the Sandy Shores Sheriff's Office, while Kyle was appointed to lead the sheriff of the desolate wasteland known as Paleto Bay, a township only as strong as the farmer's market happens to be on a day-to-day basis. Nevertheless, that was this Senate's order. Kyle Pred would run the Paleto Bay Sheriff's Office, or as it's commonly referred to as the Bay.
Black yet.
A short time later, the state paid for renovations for the Davis Police Department, a building frequently used for autopsies by the Street Crimes Unit, the Unified Police Department's Shift 2 meetings, the Parole Division headed up by Captain Wrangler, and the Los Santos Police Department frequently for processing suspects, among other uses. Although the building is maintained by the LSPD, it is open to and used by members of multiple departments. On March 22nd, 2002, Kyle Pred sought to lay claim to this building like a dog urinating on a fire hydrant. Kyle Pred began to call himself the quote-unquote chief of the Davis Police Department and attempted to claim that the territory of the Paleto Sheriff's Office, though he wanted to establish some sort of union crossing from his territory. Today, there is a very simple question before this court. Does a police officer claiming a rank which he has not been ordained, that has not been ordained to them by members of high command, or in this instance by the Senate, constitute impersonation of a peace officer? The Los Angeles Police Department constitutes that due to the damage that can be done to the public, it very well may. An officer claiming to be a rank that they do not hold or claiming to be an officer of another department that they are not directly shirks potential responsibility, including financial responsibility, and directly impact the image of their sister department. This can be done with neutral intent or the intent of malice, but the result is the same. The common citizen hearing the word chief or seeing the sigil of the LSPD will associate the wearer with the Los Santos Police Department. Today, we simply seek to enforce the orders of this Senate and to reverse the harm that has been done by Kyle Pratt wearing the uniform of the Los Santos Police Department and allow himself to be the chief of police. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Defense?
Your Honors, senators, citizens, and the men and women of law enforcement gathered here today. You're wondering what I'm doing here. I'm used to being on this side of the room with the law enforcement firmly on the other side, unified. Generally, I'm certainly not known to be a great friend of the UPD. Specifically, I despise the color scheme of the Sheriff's Office, and in particular, Sheriff Kyle Pred currently giving me an enormous pain in the ass outside the scope of this particular case. But as much as I am no great friend to law enforcement, neither am I a great friend of spurious, unsubstantiated charges motivated by petty personal and political differences. Now, since the charges we're here to dispute have been filed against my client, we will show that Kyle Pred has done absolutely nothing other than work around the clock in pursuit of major cases and important fugitive recovery operations, and continued to serve and protect this great city and its citizens in spite of the vicious political attack being carried out against him by his own colleagues. If Kyle Pred is impersonating a peace officer, then quite frankly, this case will show he is bar none the absolute best to ever do it. The only problem is, ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Pred is, in fact, a peace officer, a fact irrefutable. As to the allegations of fraud, those will unravel like a ball of yarn in a room full of cats. At no point in time did the personal accounts of Kyle Pred increase by so much as $1 as a result of his drawing from allocated budgets of the UPD to effect necessary repairs on his patrol vehicle in order to continue performing his sworn duties as a peace officer. Rather than internally review any discrepancy like adults and professionals or discuss this transaction personally with Kyle Pred, his supposed colleagues simply took criminal charges to the docket and the Senate in a vain attempt to attack and stain my client's integrity and reputation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is no case here against Kyle Pred. The only case to be made is against the idea of a unified police department. And the only thing the officers across from us will prove today is that this police force is anything but unified.
Holy shit, that's a fucking opening. All right. With that, prosecution, your first witness, please. Buck, you want to swear people in?
Yeah, I don't mind swearing these boys in.
Perfect.
Hurry y'all asses up. Get your ass
All
up here.
right. Prosecution would like to call Captain Tracy Martel to the stand.
Oh, Martel, how you doing?
Hey, Sam.
Bro, that was an opening. Holy shit.
Go ahead and raise your left hand this time. You swear to tell the truth to the best of your knowledge under the penalties of perjury, so help you. Shit, who do we swear? Who's the Lord out here? Mitch still around?
Sure,
still
yeah.
Lord? Swear to Mitch.
Okay.
All right. She been sworn in.
All right, continue.
Oh, wait. What is your name and rank? Just for the court. Tracy Martel. I'm a captain of the LSPD. Okay. That actually answered my next question. What department are you part of? Can you tell me who is the sheriff of Paleto Bay? Yeah, Kyle Pred. Okay. Can you describe what the PBSO uniform looks like?
I mean, they have a lot of colors for it. It's most of them wear black with orange or like a dark brown with orange. I don't really know what color is that Rose is wearing.
Fucking colorblind.
Oh.
She might be. Don't discriminate.
Yeah, some of them wear black with like the golden. And some of them wear like I guess it's gray. I can't really tell from here.
Okay. Is what Brittany Angel wearing, is that an accurate representation of the PBSO uniform?
Yurt.
Okay. All right. And then what about what Sheriff Pred is wearing?
All right, pause for a moment. DOC in the back. Get that man in bicycles and cuffs now. I need an officer to send him up to Bolingbrook, 50 months contempt, $50,000 fine.
Hell yeah.
Shit, they ain't
That's
playing
free money
out
right
here.
there.
That's
And that means 10% of that goes to Murphy Braun. Don't forget.
I'll make a note of that.
Thank you. All right. Sorry about that. Demi, continue.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. All right. And then Captain Martel, what about the uniform that Sheriff Pred is wearing?
Yes.
Okay. I've ever seen him wearing that before.
Yeah.
About how many times have you seen him wearing the LSPD uniform?
It's maybe about 5 times.
Okay. Was that recently?
Yeah, a couple. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
All
like
right.
a week ago.
Okay. Has he ever referred to himself as another title?
Besides sheriff.
Like besides sheriff, yeah.
Yeah. What do they call it? The chief? Yeah, the LSP, the chief.
Oh my God! Did he say what he was the chief of?
LSPD, Davis PD.
He said he was the chief of the LSPD. Does he actually have that title?
Fuck if I know these days. I don't think so.
Okay. Who is the chief of police?
B.
Oh. Wait. Oh my God.
Bass is the chief.
Who's the chief?
Bass is the chief.
Can you point out the chief of police in this room, please?
He over there. He over there.
The court's to reflect that she is in fact pointing at Chief of Police Sam Bass.
Here.
Okay. All right. Do you know how he got the title of Chief of Police?
How he got the title? No. Someone promoted him. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. You're fine. Okay. I'll move on from that one then. How did you get your title as captain?
I cried until I got promoted.
Oh, congrats. Is there anything stopping me from referring to myself as the captain of the LSPD?
I mean, our SOP is.
There's no SOPs.
How does, besides, I guess, crying and emails,
There's no
how are
SOPs stopping
ranks
you from
and
calling yourself
titles
the
like
captain?
appointed to people?
Promotions.
Okay. Was Pred ever promoted to chief of police?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. All right. Do you know where Sheriff Pred typically operates out of? Oh my God.
Don't you lie and say Polito.
What do you mean by operates?
You mean the city, because he's usually in the city.
What's his territory?
Don't do it.
Like as the sheriff of.
Don't do it.
The Bay, I guess.
Don't do it.
Up north, the Toledo area.
Oh, they did it.
Okay.
Oh no.
And where is Davis PD? Is that up north?
Oh no, it's on the south side.
In the south side. So Davis PD would not fall under the jurisdiction of Polito.
No.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Do you think that Sheriff Pred's the chief of police?
Do I think he? I mean, I don't think anything one way or the other.
Where are the objections?
Would you ever refer to him as the chief of police?
No.
Why not?
Well, I think he's the sheriff, and I mean, in mind, he's the sheriff.
All right.
This is really
I
bad.
don't know if you have any questions.
If they're
for
saying
him
they
at
could
the moment.
only patrol up north, I'm going to bring this
Okay.
up in
All
deliberation.
right. Prosecution has no more questions for this witness.
All right, defense. Any cross?
Need your cop expertise on this. I know you're catching up here.
Okay, I've got a question.
Excellent.
Hey, Marta.
My roads.
Question. Just for clarification, did Pred identify himself as the chief of police of the LSPD? Specifically, the LSPD is the question. Did he do that?
He stated that he was the chief of police. Specifically of the LSPD, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let's go into my notes. Let's go into my notes. Let's go to my notes.
Do you recall if he specified any department?
No, he just said chief of police. I know that he said something about Davis as well.
Got it. Okay. And to your knowledge, how many chief of polices do we have?
One.
How many sheriffs do we have?
2.
Ooh. All right. I don't think I have any questions, Murphy. Do you?
I got one. Oh, Titus, you go ahead.
Okay, I just got maybe 1, maybe 2. Martel, you said in your testimony that the PBSO, they're based out of Paleto. Do they all patrol Paleto, or do they come down to this?
Great question. Great question.
They're supposed to patrol Paleto, but they don't.
Really?
And what I mean by supposed to is that sheriff keeps asking people to patrol it, but no one listens for some reason.
Why is that?
Titus,
So
I
do you
think you need
see-
to speak up.
Here, let me take a mumble pill. 1 sec.
I'm clapping because I like good questions. I like good questions being asked. There's a lot of people.
Is that better? Can everyone hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, Rose, can you?
So do you see any Paleto Bay sheriffs patrolling in the city then, Martel?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay, thank you.
2 more questions. The Martel, to your knowledge, is there any functional difference between a sheriff and a chief of police?
Funk, he said.
Yeah, I heard him.
Is there any difference in function between a sheriff and chief of police?
I mean, I guess just besides the fact that they run 2 different departments, their difference is
Okay.
their department.
And just as a clarification question, is there any difference in rank in your paramilitary structure between a sheriff and a chief of police?
You mean like power wise?
Yeah. Are they of equal rank?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
I have a question.
Tread
Totally
lightly.
right.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That boy clumsy, boy.
But then I get
Damn.
money, so again, I'm conflicted.
Hold on, Pred. Before
Think
you
about
ask
this,
this
Pred.
question, I need to ask specifically because we have assigned a carer to you. Have you spoken with your carer before you decided to come up to the stand?
I haven't told them shit.
Rebellious.
Holy shit, we got caretakers for grown ass men now. Jesus.
I tried.
No pride.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Pred. Please speak up.
So, Mommy Martel, Captain Martel,
Mm-hmm.
who decides the ranks and titles within the police department?
What do you fucking mean?
Who decides the ranks and titles in the police department?
Bass? You're talking about LSPD?
For all departments, who decides the ranks and who decides the ranks and titles of the departments?
Stop shouting.
So say I don't.
Who decides the ranks and titles of the department?
Objection, badgering.
So
Sustained.
Stop screaming at her, Pred.
Stop badgering the witness, Pred. Please control yourself.
I
Who
can't hear.
decides?
Do you need someone to translate for you, Mr. Pred?
I said
got this.
twice.
She
That was
said
a question mark. I don't.
Who decides?
She just answered the
The ranked
question,
ti-
Pred. She said
I'm re-answering
Soze.
the question. I'm
No,
re-asking.
no, you're
the question.
asking.
No, I'm
Okay.
re-asking the question. May I ask my question?
Fine, ask the
Jeez.
question,
Answering.
Pred.
Who decides the ranks and titles of the Paleto Bay Sheriff's Office?
Okay, you.
That is right. I do. And if I wake up tomorrow and want to call myself Jedi Master Emperor Pred, I will do it. If I want all my people to wear robes and have lightsabers, I will make that happen.
And
if
I will be the
decide that I
master
want to
chief.
get rid of my police station and build a Death Star, I'm gonna fucking do it.
And I will be the master chief.
All right, I don't have anything else to say.
You can see why he's got a carer.
Sit down. Oh my God.
You shut the fuck up back there. You want to say that to me?
Stop. Sit down. Sit.
Listen to your care. Listen to your care.
All right. Any further questions? Prosecution.
You guys have any? Okay, I guess they already passed it to me.
I can't hear you, Bundy.
So Martel.
I guess she can't hear you.
Yeah, mumble
Yes.
pills, y'all. Mumble pills. Can't hear Pred, can't hear Bundy. It's wild out here.
All right, can you hear me now, Martel?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Who decided Kyle Pred's rank and title?
His sheriff.
Yeah.
Soze. I don't.
Soze.
I can't hear her.
I mean, what?
Okay.
If Bobo was the judge, Pred would have
that's
won the
fine.
case
I'll
by
pass
now.
the question. We'll reserve it.
Okay, defense, are you going to be recalling Captain Martel to the stand?
I don't see why it's necessary. Do you guys see why it's necessary? Nah, Martel's good.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Martel.
Can everybody hear me out there?
Yes.
I can, Stanton. Yep.
All right, good.
Good damn it, sir.
Oh my God, this is annoying. All right, can everyone hear me now?
Yeah,
All right, perfect.
Yes,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
prosecution, next witness.
We would like to call the rightful chief of police, Sam Bass, to the stand. Don't you boo him! It's my grandfather.
All right,
Content
first
and
warning
booze.
to you, Demi. Enough. Let's
He
just
doesn't
get
get
this
a warning
over
for
with.
booing?
Swear
You
him in,
stop, too.
please. Thank you, Buck.
All right,
Stop.
raise your left
No.
hand. Bass.
I can't hear half the people in the audience, Your Honor, but
Bass, can you hear
No.
me?
I can hear you, Buck.
Good.
Everyone should take a mumble pill.
Do it now. Raise your left hand, Bass. Do it now.
Amber Gold.
Do you swear
Upstairs.
to tell the truth to the best of your knowledge under the penalties of perjury? So help you, Coyle.
I do.
All right. Witness has been sworn in.
Thank you. Thank you for that. All right. What is your name and rank?
Name is Sam Bass, the Chief of Police of the Los Santos Police Department.
Are you the only chief of police?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been the chief of police for?
Roughly 6 months plus.
Oh, congratulations. Were you appointed the title of chief of police?
Yes.
And who bestowed on you the official title of chief of police?
It was
Hey,
Kale
chat.
Soze.
Ooh.
Chat.
Are there any other ways that you can earn the title of chief of police?
I'm drinking.
I believe so.
So is Grayson.
Okay. Did Sheriff
And I'm pretty
Pratt
sure
go
DW
through
is
any
drinking
of
too.
those means to get that title?
Not to my knowledge.
Objection. The answer was vague, and this question doesn't even point towards it. He didn't have an answer. How can he possibly know what actions?
Pretty
he
sure
can take
every
without knowing
person
what they
up
are,
here
Your
is
Honors?
drinking.
Can I rebut?
Hold on a
I
second.
can't hear what they're saying,
Hold
Your
on a
Honor.
second.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, you may.
Titus,
you guys may have
Titus,
to
can you
take
hear
that.
me?
Yes, I can, Your Honor.
Okay, take a mumble
When you
pill
take a
and then
mumble pill.
rephrase your objection for the love of God.
All right. I'm objecting to the fact that it's a vague question. The answer to the previous question was he thought there were some ways, but he didn't know. And then the counselor asked if Pred took any of those ways. The chief of police is unaware of any other ways, so how could he know if Pred took them?
I was aware of some ways.
Oh,
Didn't take
I
those
said
ways.
yes to that question. What are you talking about?
Don't.
I think
say
the
that.
objection is calls for speculation. I think. I'm not sure.
All right. What's your rebuttal, Demi? Because I can't. Yeah.
Well,
go
he's
ahead.
the chief of police. He know methods you take to get the chief of police title.
I can't hear Demi.
He
Hold
said
on,
in
let me
his
take a
own
mumble.
questioning that he didn't.
Am I good?
Your Honor, we might have to kick some people out, honestly, because I cannot hear Demi.
We are
Can
having
I- can you
issues.
hear
We
me
are having
now?
Yeah,
issues.
we're gonna
Can you
start.
hear me,
We're
Serge?
gonna start kicking people out. Yeah, can you
Yeah,
hear me?
I think we should
All right,
clear the.
Go ahead. All right.
Yes, can you hear Demi?
All right, we're gonna put the court in recess. At this point in time, if we're gonna start clearing out the courtroom, if you are downstairs and you have nothing to do with this court case, we're gonna need half of you to leave.
This is being filmed. You'll get to watch the highlights later. If you're civilian, it doesn't even really concern you.
Do you see why I had everyone go upstairs?
Who the fuck just told Fred to fuck himself? I want that person here now. Get me that bowl cut woman. Someone, get me that bowl cut woman.
Get the
A
bowl
lot of
cut
the
woman,
corrections
y'all.
are like are not doing anything.
Get that bowl cut woman, y'all.
All right, is this a little bit better, everyone?
Think
Think
so.
I can hear everybody?
Can you hear me?
All right.
Okay.
Can you hear
I can
Demi
hear you,
now?
I can hear Demi now.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Won't hit the gavel or anything. We're back from What the fuck? Who is that?
Your Honor.
Who is Pal Cred? Speak up.
You're not-
Who is
not
Pal
my
Cred?
Hi, I am here.
Go upstairs now.
Okay. Sorry for everything. I apologize. I never mean to do anything wrong.
Okay, we can move forward from this now. Perfect. Titus, your objection one more time, please.
All right. The objection calls for speculation. The previous question that Demi asked Black. Now, maybe I misheard it. I know we were having some issues. My notes were Demi asked Chief of Police Bass if there was any other way to obtain the title of Chief of Police. He said he thought there was, but he wasn't sure. Following question, Counselor Black asked what those ways were. The question calls for speculation, Your Honors.
And your rebuttal, Demi?
He's chief of police and has been for like 6 months. I feel like he'd be aware of methods to obtain that title and would be aware if the sheriff suddenly obtains that rank. He would have that knowledge. It wouldn't be speculation.
And my rebuttal to that would be he literally said in the previous question he didn't know.
What do you think, Grayson? It's a little tough one.
Okay, straight up, what was asked was, can you earn it on any other way?
Mm-hmm.
And the response was, yeah, but he wasn't certain how.
Yeah, I said.
Okay. Yeah. So, overruled, right? Sustained.
Basically, it said, so did he do any of the ways to earn it? And the response was
Your Honor,
not
I
to
said
my
yes to
knowledge.
the first question and no to the second question. I don't know why he's like lying about that shit.
We're just.
If I heard incorrectly, I would withdraw my objection, Your Honors. Just what I had heard and what I made.
Okay. You know what? Okay, this is what's happening, Titus. Demi, I want you to ask the questions one more time. I think there was an issue due to shit being all over the place. So
Yeah, I think good.
withdraw your objection for now, if you don't mind, Titus. We'll have her ask the questions again.
For sure, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, perfect.
I can't remember the exact way I asked it. I don't even remember which question I was on. So I made backtrack here. Just backtrack a little bit. Are there other ways that you can earn the title of Chief of Police?
Yes.
What the?
Oh, he's
He needs to take them.
I think we just need to give it a few seconds. I think.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, try now again, Demi.
Okay. There. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So, are you aware of the other ways that you can earn the title of Chief of Police?
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Can you tell us what those methods are?
The Senate.
All right. And what about for the sheriff?
The Senate.
So really the only way you can get the title is from the Senate is what I'm gathering here.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So when Sheriff Pred was given his title by the Senate, what was the official title that he was given?
The sheriff of the Toledo Sheriff's Office.
Okay. All right. And how long, to your knowledge, has he had that title for?
I don't recall the time. I want to say between 3 to 4 months now.
3 to 4 months. Okay. When
I'm
did
not
he start
talking much
referring
because
to
I want you guys
himself
to
as
hear
the
this.
Chief of Police?
I believe a week or two ago when I first saw him when I was off duty.
Okay. To your knowledge, was he ever given that title by the Senate?
No.
Okay. All right. Going into the evidence now, if you want to pull that up on the docket, let me know when you have that ready. I just want you to look at the people's A and B. Let me know when you guys have that.
Yep, I got it up on my phone.
Okay. Do you know when those photos were taken?
Believe a week and a half ago, 2 weeks.
Okay. And who took those photos?
Your Honors, I can't
Oh.
I can't hear Bass. Sorry.
Oh, uh-oh.
Hello?
He's currently looking at the photograph that is currently on the big screen right there. And he is
Can you hear me?
describing that. Can you hear Bass now, Murphy?
No.
All right. Let me mumble again.
Oh my God.
All right, that should be contempt of court, Your Honor. Come on now.
Wait, I couldn't hear what was said. Someone describe it to me.
Called Bass a bitch.
Who called Bass a bitch?
Pred, Your Honor, in open court, Pred said the only I can hear Bass. Yeah, the only reason he could hear Bass is because he sounds like a bitch in open court. That's exactly what he said.
Can confirm that is exactly what he said.
Yeah, and we've all just offer it, Your Honor.
Bass is 10 grand, 10 months contempt for telling us how to do our job.
Okay, Chief of Police Bass, you're getting 10 months and 10K fine for doing for telling us how to do our job.
Hey.
Per the senator.
Sure, I'll take it.
All right.
I can hear Bass.
Pred, you're also getting 10K, 10 months. It will go up to 100K, 100 months if you do something stupid again. Is that understood, Sheriff?
Yeah, I thought I could call him a bitch though.
No.
No, you can't. You can't do anything. We've talked about this.
Am I good to continue or?
Continue.
Okay. Also, if you guys could just keep down a little bit, I can you guys up here. All right. Where was I? Okay. Who took those photos?
Me.
You took those photos. Okay. Is he wearing the same thing that he's wearing in court today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And for those who are not familiar with police rankings, what do the silver stars on the collar signify?
The Chief of Police.
Oh my God. And what does the insignia on the sleeve of his arm say?
Los Santos Police Department.
And what about the label on his bulletproof vest?
Police.
Is Kyle Pratt a member of the Los Angeles Police Department?
Nope.
Are members of the SDSO and PBSO considered officers or deputies?
Deputies.
Oh my God. Okay, so to summarize, not only is he wearing the silver star signifying the chief, he's also wearing police-issued clothing despite not being a member of that department.
Correct.
Oh my God. Were you on duty March 29th, 2022?
I believe so.
Okay. Can you look at the people's D and E for me? People's D. Let me know when you have that.
I have it up.
Okay. Can you tell us what happened with those 311 calls?
Yeah, we were planning on having a shift 2 meeting, and that's when Kyle threw one saying that we have his permission to use the Davis PD.
Do you need his permission to use the Davis PD?
Nope.
You need his permission for shit.
Only when it comes to the Bay and the Polito jurisdiction.
But not the Davis PD. Okay. All right. Can you tell us what happened at that meeting when Sheriff Pratt arrived?
Well, we moved the meeting from the Davis PD to the Barbara Smith PD to avoid any troubles and commotion between us. And it still led to more commotion and verbal insults back and forth.
Did those insults ever turn physical?
They did.
What happened?
Fist fight ensued in a lobby of Barbara Smith PD.
Was Sheriff Pratt involved in that fist fight?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Moving on from that. Do the different departments like the LSPD, PBSO, etc.
I don't
have
hear any
different
objections.
contracts
This is
with
crazy.
repair shops around the city?
Yes.
Why do the different departments have those?
Because each member's got their own officers and deputies to take care of.
Can you tell us how those contracts work?
To my knowledge, yes. You contacted a mechanic shop. You set up a deal with them to where, members of each department or member of that department can come there and get their car worked on and maintenance for that certain officer or deputy. And it can go through that certain department budget, and the officer does not have to worry about the wear and toll of that vehicle.
Oh, so the officer doesn't have to pay for it?
That is correct.
Okay. Does that money
Interesting.
come out of the budget?
Yes.
Does it come out of that specific department's budget?
Yes.
Okay. Does the LSPD have a contract with Hayes?
Yes.
Okay. Is LSPD like the only department in the Unified Police Department to have a contract with Hayes?
Yes.
Okay. PBSO, just to confirm, does not have a contract with them.
Yes.
Okay. So if I'm a member of the LSPD and I'm going to get my car fixed, I don't have to pay anything.
Where are the
does that
objections to
money
this?
come from
None
for
of this
those
is in
repairs?
here.
LSPD budget.
None of this
provided
is in
by
evidence.
the state.
Okay. Provided by the state. Okay. And then one last thing for you to
where
open
is
for
all
me.
this?
Can you look up the People's C, which is that auto repair bill? Let me know when you have that.
Yep, I have it open.
Okay. Can you read the last line for me?
Sure.
What
Just
the
from
fuck
left
is
to right?
happening out there?
Yep.
State's mechanic, Palmetto. Date March 24th, 2022. State ID 1323. No call sign was given. And the name of the deputy or officer that came in was Kyle Fred. License plate Paul Yankee 16368 Sam.
Isn't the call sign on
And there's
top of the car?
invoice date for it.
Okay. Okay. Is that a line for repair on a CVPI?
Believe so.
Okay. And how much was it for?
2,216 and 76 cents.
Okay. Did the LSPD end up having to pay that for Kyle Pred's vehicle repairs?
I believe myself and Captain Bundy issued a letter to Hayes refusing to pay that.
So you didn't pay it.
Okay. So the money never ended up coming out of the LSPD budget?
Correct.
Okay. But according to the document, was there an attempt?
Correct.
Okay. And would it have been paid out of the LSPD budget had it not been caught?
That is correct.
Okay. And per the contract with these, are LSP officers the only department supposed to be using that deal?
Yes.
And what department is Kyle Pratt a member of?
Toledo Bay Sheriff's Office.
Okay. I got no more questions. Oh,
What
my co-counsel
the
does.
fuck did I just hear?
I got like one or two.
What did I just hear?
Can you hear me, Chief?
Are they throwing?
All right, beautiful. In the event
No one answer
that
that.
a
That's
department
just me
does
talking to
not
myself. No one
have,
answer.
A contract or an invoice that's running with a mechanics department, how do they pay for their repairs when they go to that mechanic shop?
Out of pocket.
Out of pocket. Okay. So, kind of stringing a couple of your prior answers together, since the PBSO does not have a contract with Hayes, and Kyle Pred went to get his vehicle repaired there, it should have been an out-of-pocket expense. Is that correct?
Objection. Leading? Is this leading?
Asking a yes or no question is not leading, Your Honor.
I don't know. You done about explained a bunch of stuff and said, "Did you do that?" I don't know. Sounds like leading to me. You led him. You walked him there, and you led him.
I concur.
I heard half of that. So.
Okay. So they're asking whether or not it was a leading question or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard
Just give him the option to reformulate if he wants to reformulate.
I can barely hear this shit.
Yeah.
All right, Bundy, can you rephrase that, please?
Yeah, sure. On the date in question, whenever Kyle Pred went to the
Am I
went to
crazy?
Hayes
I can barely
Automotive,
hear some of this shit.
should that have been an out-of-pocket expense? Yes or no?
Objection calls for speculation. He would have no idea as to whether or not PBSO or any other department has a contract with Hayes.
My rebuttal is that objection is way too late. We've asked 3 questions that have positively affirmed that PBSO does not have such a contract. Cat's kind of out of the bag on
I
that.
already asked that one.
Yeah, overruled there, Mr. Rhodes. Mr. Bass, can you answer the question?
That is yes, correct.
Nothing else for the witness. We'll pass him for cross.
We having a drink off? I'm drinking.
Okay.
Cross-examination, not Your Honor, Judge Cross.
That's fine. Cross, go ahead.
Just before we cross, hey, Fred, can you spell chief for me, please?
All right, Bass.
C-H-I-E-F.
Couple questions for you.
Titus, stop talking for a
Thank
moment.
You. Thank you.
All right, continue, Titus.
All right. So, Mr. Bass, looking at People C, is every expense on there an LSPD expense?
I believe so. Mine is Marcel King and what's his name? A little weeb guy. Hold on. And look at this little thing.
Can we object to an answer being vague? How is it yes, but? It either all is or all isn't.
He's,
Give him a second. He's not done.
he's not done with the answer.
Yeah, but he already
Sheriff.
While I understand that.
Can you repeat your question one more time?
Is every charge on this invoice from an LSPD member?
No.
Which ones are not?
Marcel King and Kyle Pred.
Is that all?
Let me double check.
No, Den Shiesty.
Looking at the
Is that
names
that
and then
Kyle Cred guy again?
let me check one more time.
For the sake of clarity and speed things along, Bass, I'm looking at one for a Carl Off. It's got a 300 badge number. Is that person LSPD or BCSO?
That's BCSO. That's going to be the base. So it'd be 3.
Okay.
It'd be 3.
So there's three entries in here.
Correct.
So when you sent the letter to Hayes, did you state in that letter you wouldn't be paying 3 of these invoice costs?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, and did you charge the other 2 officers with fraud?
Your Honor, at this time, I'm going to be motioning to introduce the letter that we submitted to Hayes since it's being continuously brought up by the defense.
I'm not going to bring it in again. I just wanted to confirm that it was for all 3 charges, not just one. You can enter
I
it.
can't hear you.
Is that better, Pred? Can you hear me now?
I sure as shit can.
All right. I was just saying, I'm not going to bring it up. I just wanted to confirm there was 3 entries in there and not just the one. But Bundy's free to enter it into evidence if he so chooses.
Okay, I'll work on getting that entered.
What are we waiting on?
Titus, you can continue. I don't know why we're. sitting here.
Well, I wasn't sure either. I was kind of. Bundy was going to enter something. I told him he didn't have to, and then I heard nothing after that. So.
Oh, I said I'd work on entering it.
Yeah.
I didn't plan on you stopping for me, but it's there now.
Yeah, continue, Titus.
Well, he objected to my question. Well, to enter this. So can I continue with the question I was asking, Bundy, or were you
since
objecting to that?
It's being entered. He objected and tried to enter evidence, which no one argued against, so we're allowing it. Now you continue.
So those other 2, not Kyle Pred, but the other 2 names on that you refused to pay. Did you charge those 2 deputies with fraud as well, Bass?
It's an ongoing investigation.
Oh no.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh no. Huh.
Isn't it yes or no answer? Is that?
Mr. Titus.
Couple other questions. here
Hold
for
on,
you.
hold on, Mr. Titus, because your side did say something. He asked the question, and the answer was, "It's an ongoing investigation." All right, continue, Titus.
Okay. You said in your statement here, or in your questioning, that deputies and LSPD officer, there's a difference between the 2. Are they both peace officers?
Yes.
So there's absolutely no difference between a deputy and a sheriff when it comes to the definition of a peace officer.
Only jurisdiction.
In what ways about the jurisdiction?
One is from the county, one from the city.
Okay, so do county deputies, are they not allowed to patrol in the city then?
They can. We help each other out.
Okay, so what really is the difference in jurisdiction?
Uniforms?
Jurisdiction.
Uniforms. Uniforms is different. Just
Okay.
say uniform.
Just
say uniforms.
So
Just
in,
say
in your
uniforms, Bass.
testimony, you might have to
Say-
go over
all
to
you have
that
to say
for
is
me. Did you say
uniforms.
the
Just uniforms.
LSPD? It's
All you have to say is uniforms,
Davis.
Bass.
Was there
Come
any other
on.
buildings as well?
Uniforms.
Bob Smith, Mission
I'm
Row.
trying to
What
help
was
you
your
here.
comment on that one
Uniforms,
again?
Bass. Uniforms.
The LSPD operates out of Bobson PD, Davis PD, and the Unified Police Department, Mission Row PD.
Okay. And,
Bass,
do the
uniforms.
BCSO
Come on.
officers ever use any of those facilities?
Uniforms.
Yes.
Okay. Is that, and that's because they're also sworn officers of peace officers, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I think at this time I'll see if my co-counsel has any other further cross-examination questions for you.
I have questions. Me, pick me.
Okay, give me one moment before you start. I need to let Judge Grayson and Senator DW know something.
Okay.
There's been bombs outside of the courthouse. Our vehicles may be booby trapped.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they just informed us. So, yep. All right, continue.
Hey, Bass.
Hey, I'm
few
Sheriff Rhodes.
questions. Probably more than a few.
Go ahead, please. Fire away. My pleasure.
So, in regards to the repair specifically, were you present for that repair at Hayes Auto?
No.
Okay, and to the best of your knowledge, who was present for that repair?
The mechanic and the sheet.
And their name?
I have to pull it up. Tom Ito.
Okay, and is he here today?
I don't know who that is, so I can't tell you the answer.
Okay, so did you or anyone from the LSPD inquire about the repair with the mechanic who was actually present for the repair?
So usually what happens is they'll give us some.
Okay, I'm not talking about usually. I'm asking whether or not you or anyone from the LSPD inquired about the repair with the mechanic in question.
I didn't.
Okay. And who started or communicated this contract with Hayes Auto and the LSPD?
Captain Jeffrey Bundy.
Okay, just out of curiosity, because I'm unaware, is Bundy listed as a witness here? I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna have the ability to ask him questions later.
As a judge, I don't
This
know.
is more so a general question. Hey, is he called as a witness?
Nah.
Shucks. Damn. Okay. To the best of your knowledge, what does that contract with Hayes Auto actually entail?
It entails that the LSPD budget will cover any repairs brought in by any Los Santos Police Department vehicles.
Okay,
Used by
and
any
we're-
officers within the LSPD.
And do you know if any procedures were discussed to identify exactly who is and isn't an LSPD officer?
There we go. That's
Leave
what.
a call sign and livery.
That's what I wanted to hear.
And it seems that the repairs on this contract span 5 days, and of those 5 days, 3 of those are not LSPD officers. Do you know if there are any more non-LSPD officers that have received repairs from Hayes Auto that have gone under the PD repair sheet?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. And anywhere in the Hayes Auto PD repair sheet, do you see anything indicating a specific department?
No, just call signs.
You know if Hayes Auto just documents all PD repairs for all PD vehicles in this, regardless of department?
Objection, speculation. He's not going to have knowledge of how their spreadsheets function.
And that is why I asked, do you know? He could easily say no if he doesn't.
Objection overruled. Ask the question again.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Do you know if they were specifically instructed to not put other department repairs within this specific sheet that was provided to you guys?
And question calls for speculation. Objection.
Shucks. You know what? I'll withdraw that one. All right. Let's take a few steps back and shift over to this.
All of a sudden, the objections are flying.
Situation in which Fred is being charged with impersonation of a peace officer. So just out of curiosity, as a high commanding officer yourself, can you allow, even instruct other officers, regardless of department, to either utilize or avoid a specific police department for any reason?
Can you elaborate on that question? I don't understand.
Yeah. So for further context, are there situations that could arise in which you can allow or tell someone specifically to avoid a police department altogether? If someone were, let's say, bringing in someone under arrest.
As the chief of police, yes, but I typically don't.
And would you consider the chief of police the equivalent to the sheriff of the Paleto Bay Sheriff's Office?
Oh,
absolutely.
Oh,
okay.
Good question. I was waiting for that. Yes. Yes.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, would you consider all members of the Unified Police Department a
God, I want to see
police
the rebuttals
officer?
to this shit.
What do you mean by a police officer?
A police officer. Or law enforcement officer. Yeah, we'll throw that one in as well.
If you want to throw that
Guys,
broad
old-fashioned
terminology,
is
then
delicious.
yes.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, and who took the photos in the armory at Mission Row PD?
Asked and answered.
That was me.
Okay, never mind.
Was that with the camera in the armory?
Correct.
Was this part of an investigation or impersonation of a police officer?
Correct.
Okay. Now I want to go back to something you mentioned at the very beginning, in which you stated that Kyle Pred was specifically appointed the sheriff of the Paleto Bay Sheriff's Office.
That is correct.
Okay. Are you certain he was appointed the sheriff of the Paleto Bay Sheriff's Office?
To my knowledge, he was appointed by the Senate, the decree of the Senate, to be the sheriff of the Paleto Sheriff's Office.
Now, just so that there's no confusion, are you referencing the location of the police department up in Paleto, or are you referencing the name of the actual police department itself?
I'm naming the Paleto
like as an
jurisdiction.
organization.
I'm naming the Paleto city, or the city limits of Paleto.
Okay, just wanted to clarify. Trying to think of if I have anything else here. Last question. Is there a reason as to why you guys didn't contact the mechanic that repaired Kyle Pred's car to get his version of events?
Don't know how to answer that question.
Objection? Non-responsive?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I have a few more questions then. Would you consider it thorough police work to not approach the person involved in a case of fraud to ask for their version of events to verify exactly what occurred?
This isn't Matt Rhodes. This is Kevin
Objection,
Shaw.
Badgering and argumentative calls for an argumentative answer, and the fact that he is a witness and not the prosecuting party in this case.
I'm asking why he didn't do his job.
That's exactly
This is
how
cross-examination.
If I can elucidate on that objection, she's specifically stating that the prosecuting parties are going to be her and I as the listed officers prosecuting this case, not the chief who has been listed as a witness and very little more than that for a reason.
Yes.
What do you think, Serge?
I can also just say objection lacks knowledge, because that wouldn't be a question for him to answer, as he's clearly stated the last 2 times it's been asked, essentially.
Okay, rebuttal to that, Mr. Rhodes.
Well, this does complicate things. That was sort of thrown in here last minute. And I thought Bass had involvement in the fraud case as well. So he's already stated his involvement in it on the basis of, sort of going over the evidence, discussing exactly who repaired the vehicle, the amount in which it's in, stuff in relation to the contract, not too specific in that case. And so he also stated that someone else, the other 2 situations were active investigations. And I feel that if he is privy to all of that, surely he must know why a person would not be called as a witness to a case in which they are, it's hard to say. He's not pressing charges per se. But he is in some case. The point I'm trying to make here is he should be privy to that information.
We can rebut, Your Honor.
You're fine. I'm going to sustain your objection. I'm going to remove that question and strike it from the record.
Thank you.
Damn. Okay, well, I don't think I have any more, but if something comes up, I'll bring it up. Murphy, you got
Titus, do you have any? Titus, do you have any?
I don't, Murphy. You go for it.
All right, I have
already did
questions,
mine.
but at least some of them are going to be outside of scope. So for now, we're good. I'm going to recall them, though.
Okay.
If that pleases the court.
For the sake of expediency, I'll agree to withhold scope objections if it gets the witness out of the way.
I'm fine with that. Everybody else okay with that?
Yeah, the defense has no issues.
I mean, they're just going to recall him anyway. It makes no difference.
I would like to reserve the right to recall him later, just in case there's more things to ask about by that time.
Okay, Mr. Bash, you can step down. You are going to be recalled.
Wait, I have some questions for redirect.
Well, sit down.
No, sit back down. Your prosecution is
seated,
more
Thank you.
questions.
Just to clear up a few things here. So just to be clear, there were other officers from
I'm out of ice.
There were other members of other departments who utilized the contract that Hayes has within the LSPD. Correct?
I'm out of ice.
Correct.
Okay, and a letter was sent out saying that the LSPD budget is not responsible for those payments. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, somebody show me. Show me. I don't know.
Just because there are a few other members of other departments who don't follow the contract, does that make it okay for Pred to utilize it?
Absolutely not.
Okay. All right. That's all I had. I just wanted to clear that up.
Interesting.
Sorry.
Okay. We've talked about the 3 entries that are on that particular invoice at pretty great length.
I love brisket.
Would, to your knowledge, have any similar letters to the one that was sent out on the 25th of March been sent to Hayes Automotive refusing payment for other invoices?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. To your knowledge, have there been any verbal refuses of payment or any other refusal to pay lines of other invoices that have been sent by Hayes?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. I want to verify one of the questions that the undersheriff asked because it was a compound question, so I want to tease it apart a little bit. He asked, first, is there a difference between, as far
Everyone
as the
stop
Unified
smurfing.
Police Department is concerned,
They're all
would you
serious now.
consider them all police officers?
No, I have ice in my
Would you
fridge.
consider
I just
all
can't leave.
deputies
I gotta
of the
listen to this.
PBSO to be police officers, Chief?
No.
What would you consider them to be?
Deputies. The Blaine
Okay.
County.
Would you consider those deputies to be peace officers?
That is correct.
Okay, so there's a difference between a police officer and a peace officer?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay. Is there a difference between a police department and a sheriff's
I
office?
cannot believe they're doing this.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Perfect. That's all I've got.
Okay, this is the hill you want to die on. All right, and Mr. Bash, you may step down. You are being asked for recall, so please don't leave. Thank you.
Of course. My pleasure.
All right, prosecution, your next witness.
All right. Prosecution has no further witnesses.
Why didn't they call Tomato up here? Like, literally a cornerstone of the fraud case would be the mechanic who charged the wrong thing.
So at this time, the prosecution would just like to draw attention to the evidence that's been posted in the docket. We would just like to draw attention to the invoice that's in there, as well as the various photographs of Sheriff Pred dressed up in LSPD uniform, as well as the 311s and the letter Hayes from the LSPD. Beyond that,
He wasn't
prosecution
asked.
rests at this time.
He wasn't asked to come in at all. All right, thank you. Defense, you may call up your first witness. Deputy who just decided to sit down on the bench back there, you have 15 seconds to go upstairs before I beanbag shotgun you in the chest and give you contempt.
Can we request like a 5-minute recess for like bathroom breaks and such?
That's
before I
fine.
move
Go
on?
ahead. I'm out of ice
Okay.
too, so.
Perfect.
Recess.
Not a
Thank you.
time.
No. I need food. Can you go
All right,
get
bear-
us food?
Be right back. I need to get some ice.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Wait, I can still
I got
get
some.
contempt.
I got a
Tell
couple
Pred.
sandwiches.
Hey, fuck you, Bass.
That's
Wait,
contempt.
what?
That's contempt. That's contempt.
What are you sorry about, buddy?
I thought we can recess.
What you
I
want
don't
the
give a
contempt to
shit.
do,
It's
sir?
10 grand, 10 months.
Okay.
All right, fuck you again, Bass.
Another 10.
Shit. I said I'm a millionaire. Yeah, that's what I got. Hey, you mean to tell me it's only 10 months and 10K am I making out first?
Sir, did you get any of the food out off of here? Or no? I don't think.
Bronze 10% up to 9K already.
LEOs are going to be starting at 350 cow first.
All right, Chad, I've secured ice. We have a lot to talk about back there, just so you know. I have a lot of questions.
The main thing is it relevant to the charges at the moment?
Oh.
There's been a lot of comments that just don't matter.
Yeah, yeah, I guess we'll talk about it back there when we deliberate.
Are you, dude? What do you want?
Hello.
The car just got blown up outside the courthouse.
What?
I didn't want to shout about it over the thing. Someone threw one saying, "Sorry, Cross, your car's gone." So I guess your
What?
car
I'm
must be
coming!
a
What?
car
I'm
bombs.
coming! I'm coming
Max
outside
couldn't
now!
defuse it. It was a 15 by 15. He couldn't do it. He tried. Max tried.
Which car?
No, it's yours.
No! No! Wait, my car's fine.
Oh,
Wait.
it says sorry across your car is gone.
Wait, which
so-
car? Wait, I came back here. Is it my 770? Oh god, it better not be my 770. That's an almost $400,000 car.
Well, someone car bombed it, I guess.
Why? What did I do?
I don't know. Do you want to talk to Miller? He's the one who defused it.
Yeah.
I can give you
He defused it or it went off?
Well, he couldn't defuse it because it was too too.
I guess they must have towed my car. No, my car's back. Which car? I'm so confused.
No. I can ask him.
My 770 is here, but it's fine. I'm so confused. Huh. Oh God! Somebody just blew up.
There's another one.
Oh,
There's another one.
that's my Explorer. Oh my God. Okay. Oh. All right.
Well, they tried.
Well, no one got hurt, right?
Kaminsky's already down, so I don't, maybe that was Miller.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, thank you, Pond.
Oh yeah, officer down. Someone died.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.
Why did they blow up my car? Why did they blow up my fucking car? Why? I'm not valeting my 770. If someone's putting bombs on cars, I'm gonna give them the. I'm gonna let them. It's why I don't valet my cars over here. I give people the opportunity to do shit to them, so there's like, you know, ugh! So there's, you know, I like when shit doesn't go the way it's supposed to, you know, it works out. All right, well, someone blew up my car.
What the?
Yep.
Yeah, that's happening outside.
I want Doug to get that look at his face. How do we give the Doug contempt?
Good.
Hey guys, who won? Who won?
I don't know. Someone's blowing up judges' cars though, so.
Get over here. Jesus Christ.
I think if anyone
Fuck
has a
you,
car
Lang.
outside, go park them.
Judge Croft, can you take your mask off?
Wait, why? What's up?
Nah, didn't work.
Get over here.
You've looked at what they're asking for, right? When it comes to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I've got an idea. So. You've broken down Portascotch. Welcome to the club. Okay. Where they'll. Interesting. All right, how are we all doing? We're good to come back, or what's going on? Jesus.
Just
a few more minutes.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, just one more minute, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
God, I want to shoot that dog.
That might not go down well, but we can at least give it contempt for that look on its face.
I am looking for. Yeah. We're giving the dog contempt for being alive.
Watch. Doug, I'm telling you one final time, take that look off your face right now.
We're not afraid of giving a dog contempt.
Stop fucking shouting on the top floor. The dog. Wait, whoa. Is dog doing?
Give your dog contempt. Yeah, he's been looking at the.
Do not give him contempt. He's a good boy.
Well, so stand down.
Doug, stop looking like that. We will have Marcel take care of you.
Face. No, that's his face. He's not reaching. That's his face.
Why does he keep giving me stink eye, Demi?
Oh, whoa, what is he doing?
He's getting aggressive.
What's the dog doing?
Leave him alone. That's a space.
Why is he escalating?
It's not escalating.
Demi, I thought you had better control of Doug. This is
He is.
disappointing.
That was a good shot. I like that one.
You want me to cuff him there, Senator?
Leave the dog
So
alone.
cute.
All right, Senator rules. We're leaving the dog alone.
What the fuck? That's a dog.
All right,
That's
defense.
my
Are we good
baby.
here? What's we're good.
I'm good.
Ronberto, 5K contempt for those shoes.
5K fine. No time.
Why he got brown on with that? What the hell is he wearing over there? That clash is so hard.
What the? What are those?
Wrong word. How you let this happen to yourself, boy?
Thought him out, Stanton.
How's it going, y'all? Crazy.
All right, I'm giving it 2 minutes more at max. Because of all the shit happening outside.
Hold on.
Since prosecution's already rested, so.
Hey, Bass, I'm gonna need a new shotgun.
Pond, can you order me some Chinese? I'm getting hungry.
Cross went from EMS to starting doctors to being an attorney to being ADA to being DA to being a cop, and now he's a judge. That's where we are. Also, we're at 7,500 fucking followers now. We barely hit 7,400 yesterday. You guys are fucking crazy. I love it. Thank you. At this point, we might hit 8K by the end of May. Hell yeah. All right, I'm gonna call this court back in a session.
Is he missing his carer?
All right, defense, your first witness, please.
I'll go ahead and recall Bass at this time.
All right,
just for a few questions.
Mr. Sam Bass.
Everybody in the audience better be quiet. Enough with all that side talking out there.
I can't hear them, so it kind of works out perfectly.
This witness has already been sworn in, Your Honor. You may proceed.
Yeah, Mr. Sam Bass, you're still under oath.
Yes, sir.
All right, Chief Bass. Chief Bass, I just wanted to clarify a few matters. If any of this has been covered, I will withdraw any questions if objected and sustained, obviously. But Chief Bass, you mentioned a lot of things in your testimony about what Kyle Pred is and is not supposed to do. Who endows you with the authority to tell Kyle Pred what he can and can't do, or to assert what he can and can't do?
Apparently, my car was the only car that had a car bomb. Great.
I see.
Someone's
now,
trying to kill
before
me.
these charges were brought forward against Sheriff Pred, was there any sort of internal investigation into his conduct?
Can you elaborate? What do you mean by in conduct? It sounds like we're
Was
the
there
dog.
ever, was there the conduct that's being alleged against him, fraud and impersonating an officer? So, for example, just to be specific and clear, was there ever any discussion as regards the Hayes vehicle repair invoice, which is at issue here today, directly with Mr. Pred?
What do you mean exactly? I'm having a hard time following your question.
Was the matter ever discussed between yourself, your prosecution team, and the defendant, Mr. Pred, before it was brought before this court?
Yes,
as an internal matter.
Every time I try to talk to Kyle regarding any internal matters, he basically tells me to fuck off. So, very healthy talk at times.
Oh, okay. This is on record. This is in court record now. He's on the fuck off.
All right, fair enough. And was there any attempt to possibly have a mediated discussion with, say, internal affairs about this matter?
Fucking
before bringing
DW
it
just
before this
laughing.
court and the Senate?
I didn't
Oh
believe
my
it was an
God.
internal affairs issue. I spoke with Kyle about it first. and I told him to take off the uniform and regarding the fraud case to pay back the money, or to take off the uniform and not represent himself as the chief or the co-chief of the Los Santos Police Department. He kind of shrugged me off and walked away from me. So,
But it's already been
therefore, I
said several
proceeded
times
to,
that he wasn't
take the
representing
matters to
himself
court.
as the co-chief of the LSPD.
Okay. And just again to clarify, I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked Captain Martel. Do you and Sheriff Pred share an equivalent rank within your respective departments?
Yes.
And if Sheriff Pred were to give you a direct order, would you have any expectation of yourself to follow it without question?
I would follow our respect, not authority.
Fair enough. Fair enough, Chief Bass.
You guys have any more
Got
for
anything?
direct before I?
Anybody else got anything? Titus Rhodes?
Sorry, no, I don't. Sorry, Jenny.
I just want clarification on one thing specific
sorry.
to jurisdiction.
Swing hammer, you get loose with your hands one more time, you're going to jail.
Apologize, your
Thank Serge Cross for his mercy in shooting you.
Thank you, Your
And-
Honor, for your mercy.
Thankfully, I've avoided that. Anyways, so my question for you, Bass, is specific to jurisdiction and whether or not there's any issue with any department patrolling or utilizing any physical police department location.
What is your question?
Is there any issue with any person of any department utilizing any specific PD, like the physical location, not the organization?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, that all I got. Just wanted clarification on that.
Well done.
Chief, do you routinely patrol the streets and make arrests as part of your job?
I do.
Okay. And when you apprehend those criminals, do you typically discuss what their criminal charges are going to be with them, or approach them and kindly ask them to stop doing their criminal activity?
The first one.
Okay. All right. And is it typical to negotiate those charges with the defense?
I'm going to object on this on scope, Your Honors. This is outside the line of questioning.
It's directly within the line of questioning that was asked by Braun when he was asking whether or not there was any such approach made to Pred. It's an analogy.
That has nothing to do with placing him under arrest, Your Honors.
Y'all are
This is
let
a-
me open the scope wide open without objecting.
Also that.
Yeah.
Yep. It's all good to go.
Also, this is a criminal prosecution, which is what makes it applicable, Your Honors.
Yeah, objection overruled. Continue.
Okay. And do you typically mediate? I think was the word that Murphy used. Criminal matters. Do you mediate those matters with criminals once they're apprehended?
It depends.
It depends. Okay, so not all situations would call for that.
It's case by case. Correct.
Okay. I don't have any further cross. My co-counsel might.
Nah, I'm good.
Any redirect from the defense?
Apologies, Your Honor. That's my alarm.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah. Okay. In regards to the question about mediating, do you typically charge fellow officers with crimes without any evidence?
I don't charge anybody.
Objection, Your Honor. Badgering, argumentative. There's nothing wrong with that question.
What? No. What? The tone of my voice, Your Honor, please.
Braun,
Okay,
rephrase the question. Rephrase the question, Braun, please.
I don't know that I can.
Oh,
I'm
can.
asking him. Okay,
I can.
Please do then, Rhodes.
I think I can.
Hi, Wrangler. Welcome to the team.
Bass, with the amount of evidence,
Fred, say something.
In regards to the fraud charge here, do you believe there's enough to push a fraud charge?
Yes.
On what basis?
On the evidence and facts presented today.
Okay, that is the vaguest thing I've ever heard in my life. What evidence and what facts?
Objection, Your Honor, goes to a material fact. He's basically asking the witness to answer the question this court is supposed to.
What?
His hairline.
I'm asking specifically what evidence points to Kyle Pred being guilty of fraud.
And that's a question this court's supposed to answer, not my witness.
Right, but in his professional opinion as the chief of police, surely he can point out the clear evidence that he's already answered. He said the facts and evidence.
I want to hear this.
So I'm asking what the facts and evidence are.
Grayson, do you have any objection to this?
I mean, he answered it, right? Surely that opens it up.
I'll be entirely honest with you. That's not the question we're here to answer. We do not answer whether or not the charges should be pressed. We answer whether or not the charges stick. It's a very different thing.
All right. I'm going to overrule that objection. I want to hear this. Go ahead, Mr. Rhodes.
So can you specifically point out the facts and evidence that point to Kyle Pred committing fraud?
I think the dog had a question.
Doug,
can you restate?
Huh?
Karen. Oh.
Hey, stop barking at me! Stop it!
Shouting at that dog, Rhodes.
What was that?
10 months for
Well, tell
Rhodes
that
for
baby to shut up!
badgering the dog.
All right,
It's
Mr.
10
Rhodes, you're
months.
getting 10 months, 10K fine for contempt, Mr. Rhodes.
What did
for,
I do?
Yelling at the dog.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
She just called me a dumbass,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
Demi, 10K, 10 months for calling him a dumbass.
And he in prison.
Pugs shouldn't even be alive. They're a genetic monstrosity.
Wrangler, 10 months,
they're a
10K
slap
fine.
in the face to
Okay, stop, all of you, stop. Make the
Somebody
dog sit,
shoot
Demi.
that dog!
No,
Oh,
make the dog sit,
oh,
Demi.
whoa,
Don't
Demi,
shoot
control your
anything,
dog.
Fred.
Thank you, carry on.
Tell me to pull the trigger.
Senator, do you have something to say about the man requesting him be shot?
Yeah, put
Tell
it
me to
down,
do it,
Wrangler.
Brett.
Put it down.
All right.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Everybody who just discharged a firearm in this courthouse, 300K, 300 month, and I'm not stopped until it's over.
Okay, all right. That's it.
Whoever fired a weapon in cuffs now. Someone arrest whoever shot that gun.
I'm absolutely serious.
It wasn't me.
Damn, Murphy brought you if you're rich.
Oh, my baby. Where's
All right, I'll go to
Bolo?
prison. It's not the first time.
Hey, I just want to point out they got
God
the
would
biggest
want me to
hater of
kill
the
this
PD
dog.
to rep-
Wrangler.
Pugs!
Is this
your case thing?
Pugs are not Paul.
No, well, this one, yeah, it's probably
Just-
the case from the beanbag.
Bison, put him in the corner.
That's interesting because they show.
We'll deal with him after the court case. Put him in the corner.
Yeah, Wrangler did get hit with a beanbag
is
because he
happening.
shot a dog in the courtroom.
I didn't shoot a dog. I shot a pug.
Oh my god.
They look like a failed abortion.
Oh my god.
You should have been one!
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Look, if I didn't shoot that dog, it just would have been able to not breathe. You know, as they get older, their eyeballs pop out of their fucking skull.
So Bass has had a lot of time to answer this.
I swear to God, get here in a second!
Wait, Bundy's getting
Tonight.
charged too, right? He fired a gun.
Talk about eyeballs popping
I'll
out.
happily accept it for beanbagging a dog murderer.
I'm pretty sure I saw.
Someone put Bison in cuffs
Wrangler.
now.
Bison, continue yourself, please, for love of God.
Wrangler, you are to spend 1
This
week in the park
department is in
rangers.
shambles.
All right, the senator has ruled
Baby.
that he will spend 1 week as a park ranger.
God, finally someone died.
Who, Wrangler?
Wrangler 1 week with the
Vacation,
park
Brad.
rangers.
Your Honor, Wrangler might like that
Brad,
because
1
he
week
spends
of
all
less
his time at
liability.
On the streets, tussling with criminals.
We'll take it.
Someone please contact
Oh,
Tessa. Let her know. Thank
should
you.
all
Oh,
be
it's
ashamed.
Clarkson,
You
Your
should
Honor.
all
That's
be
the
ashamed.
LT.
I can do it. I
Look.
already have to ring her regarding a different matter. No.
Look, I think we've all been wondering how hard a ranger can pump, and now we're going to find out, right?
Oh, let's.
All right, can we get the pug downstairs for medical attention, please?
I'm finished, Your Honor. He's okay.
Okay, take him out of the courtroom.
I mean, you can take him.
I'm gonna bring him to
I got
the
nothing else
kennel.
to say.
Should have left him there.
Come here.
Crazy. Is that an angel? Hey, Angel, how you doing?
All right. Is everyone good to continue?
Well, I'm missing my co-counsel, but I guess I can.
Really quick?
Yeah, approach the bench.
where
Go ahead,
my client
prosecution.
is.
Over
Oh,
here.
there he is.
Defense, over here.
Tessa asked, why are you punishing her?
It's senatorial rule, so.
Okay, it's senatorial
Senate.
rule, Tessa. It's a Senate. Yeah, Senate. I'm not saying that, Tessa.
I bet she's asking.
Very
What?
wise.
Hold on. What
Very
is Tessa saying?
I know Tessa well. She probably said, "Tell
Hey,
them to
Demi,
go
you
hex
want me to give
themselves."
Babalu a call?
No. What did Tessa say, Jenny?
Say that again, Tessa. Sorry, I was talking over you. Listening. You got
I
my
don't
full attention.
know.
She said ranger work is not a punishment. It should be something that cops should
Bingo.
know how to do regardless.
Okay, then there's no issue with him spending 7 days as a.
So they replied there's no issue with you having Wrangler for 7 days then.
He also needs animal sensitivity training.
He also needs animal sensitivity training, and we don't think that you'll be the best for the job.
Please let her know exactly what he did.
Moving for some reason.
Yeah, we think you'll be 100% perfect for the job. Give Wrangler sensitivity. Oh my God!
And if
Thank you.
she could inform Clarkson as well.
And he also.
His blood's not going to be the only blood in this courtroom by the end of this.
Demi, 10K, 10 months.
Yeah.
What did I do?
We'll add it all up at the end of the court case.
Can we get this back on the road show, please?
I agree, Senator. I agree.
All right, Mr. Rhodes, continue, please.
Well, there was a question. I'll re-ask. Can you point out specifically the facts and evidence you just referenced that would result in Kyle Pred being charged with fraud?
Absolutely. Him wearing a uniform, wearing the LSPD colors and an insignia and the badge, along with the police vest, him showing up to Hayes Auto Repair Shop and trying to use the LSPD budget to cover repairs of his cars.
Apologies. Give me a second. I just got to write this
down. So I've been DMing Grayson this entire time. Every time someone gets contempt. And we're adding it all up at the end of the case, so.
Thank God we don't hear any more wheezing, you know that.
Fred,
He's getting
20K, 10 months, fine, contempt again.
Okay. Let's see here. And all right. So you said
Why is he putting money signs?
Does
he understand he's getting 10%
identified himself as
charged to
LSPD,
him? Does he know that?
and that he told him to bill the LSPD.
Does Murphy understand he's getting charged?
You weren't there, were you?
I don't think. Oh, he doesn't know, does he? He doesn't
Objection,
know.
misstatement of testimony. He didn't say that Pred told them to bill the LSPD. He said that he utilized. The
Oh no,
LSPD.
he thinks he's get. Oh no.
Apologies, Your Honor. I can't write nearly as fast as him. I'm aging.
Okay, the objection is sustained. Mr. Rhodes, go ahead.
Okay, so rephrase. So you said the facts were he was wearing an LSPD uniform, that he identified himself as LSPD, and that he utilized LSPD account.
Correct.
I
How
can't
do you know
believe
he was
Murphy
wearing an
think-
LSPD uniform?
Oh my God.
I'm going based on the facts.
And you're stating the fact he was wearing an LSPD uniform?
To my knowledge, Pred was wearing that uniform during that incident.
Could you point to the exhibit where that is established in the facts and evidence?
The photo, top left. Look at the projector, Murphy.
Let me take.
Oh, so is that located at Hayes? It says Mission Row, Little Bighorn Ave, Vespucci Boulevard.
And?
That's a good question.
I believe my colleague was asking you about at Hayes.
He was wearing uniform all day, to my knowledge.
Okay. When was that photo taken?
I don't remember.
Was it on the same day of the billing?
I don't know.
Toast, thank you for the sub.
Hey,
buddy.
And you also indicated again he identified himself as LSPD.
Braun's getting charged
How would
10%
you know?
of everyone's contempt.
Because you walked up
He's
to me and
getting
said, "Hey,
charged it.
co-chief, there are about to be 2 chiefs in the LSPD."
Okay, let me rephrase. I was a bit vague, so I'm more than willing to withdraw that. Specific to the fraud incident at Hayes, again, you stated he identified himself as LSPD. How would you know?
I'm going based on the convo I had with Kyle before that incident happened.
So he had a conversation with you, so it is okay. Let me rephrase, Your Honor. I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. Just to clarify, you are stating it's okay to push a charge on the basis of, or with the burden of proof being beyond a reasonable doubt, and your proof is a conversation you had earlier with him in which he identified himself as LSPD.
I'm going to once again object to going towards a material fact. He's again asking the witness to specifically articulate the question that is the design of this court to answer.
Your Honor, I've specifically asked to point out the facts and evidence, and he specifically said he was wearing an LSPD uniform, he identified himself as LSPD, and he utilized the LSPD account. I can't point to any evidence suggesting that he actually did identify himself as LSPD, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of that.
Yeah, objection overruled. Go ahead.
He's gotten to the bottom of that, though.
So again, specific to
Rhodes,
the
I'm a
fraud
witness,
incident.
not the prosecutor.
Okay, great. You're also the chief of police, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you've already stated, you stated, not me, not anyone else, no one here is assuming, you stated with the facts and evidence in this case, there is enough to push a fraud charge. Yet you've done nothing but state he was wearing a uniform, despite not being there. He identified himself as LSPD, despite not being there, and that he utilized the LSPD account. Is that correct? I just want to make sure I'm not misstating anything.
Did you read the letter?
I asked the questions here, not you. Am I correct? Were all those things what you said?
Oh my God.
Repeat that one more time.
You stated he was wearing an LSPD uniform. You stated he identified himself as LSPD and that he utilized the LSPD account. Is that correct?
That is correct.
How do you know any of that?
Based on the facts and evidence, Rhodes.
You keep referring to facts and evidence, and that is the
That's my
vaguest
answer
thing.
to your
Be more specific. What facts and what evidence?
Facts and evidence.
What facts and what evidence?
Facts and evidence.
Objection, Your Honor, not responsive.
Wait, hold on. We also have an objection. He's giving an answer. The defense just doesn't like that answer. Keep re-asking the same thing. So not only asked and answered, but badgering. This goes way beyond what should be allowed by a defense attorney.
Well, unfortunately, we are in a court of law, Your Honor, so we do need to back up their claims on the stand with the facts and evidence.
Well, then we would kindly ask them to point that out in their closing, and we stand by our objection.
Okay, I'm going to move this the fuck along because I think we are really laboring a point that's already been made, and we don't need to just keep hammering it. So how about we find a new questioning, a new set of things to deal with, or I'm going to shut this the fuck down.
Okay. Bass, within your department, can you change around the ranks?
I'm going to object on scope. That was not within our cross-examination, therefore it shouldn't be reopened and redirect.
Hold on 1 second, Your Honor. Hey, what did he bring up in cross? I don't remember.
Rhodes, you still yelling. Can you not?
I'm going to move on to some Woodford Reserve.
No, I'm still on old fashioned.
All right, Rhodes, 10 months, wasting my time.
All right, Rhodes, 10 months added to your contempt.
Apologies, Your Honor. I
Wasting the
couldn't.
senator's time.
I could not hear.
We're having issues with
Defense
Titus
counsel.
over here, Your Honor.
Let's just give us a sec. You know what, Your Honor? I'll drop the question. No worry.
Okay. Anything else? Defense, anything else?
I don't have anything.
I think we're good with Bass.
Okay, perfect. Chief Bass, thank you for your time.
My
Thank you for
pleasure.
remaining
My pleasure. My
composed
pleasure.
and being a gentleman on the stand.
Of course, my pleasure. My pleasure.
Okay, defense, your next witness.
It's not a risk. I got this. Don't worry, I got
Here we go.
Your Honors, just to clarify, is if we call Kyle Pred to the stand, is Jenny Hall able to continue to care for him on the witness stand, or is that a bit inappropriate?
Inappropriate. He needs to understand his Fifth
Jenny, you're gonna
Amendment
have to
rights
stay
before
here.
he goes up there.
Come here.
I will allow 60 seconds of care or advice. There's absolutely no fucking way I
How
was
is that
letting
fair,
her
Your
go up
Honor?
there.
I would put odds on, like really fucking massive odds that he gets like at least 3 sets of content while talking.
Chief Bass, realistically, do you think 60 seconds is going to matter when it comes to Cal Pred?
Fair enough. Your
Okay.
call, respected.
I would never let the people
could
down.
bankrupt
My
Braun
department
here
means
with
more
the
to me
10%
than
rule.
I mean to me.
I think Braun thinks he's getting the money. 10% of all the charges. I don't think he understands what we told him.
Clearly, it's the LSPD that means more to him. That's why he's wearing our hats.
Thank you.
All right.
Before you get sworn in, you do understand you're waiving your right to the Fifth Amendment, correct?
What's the Fifth Amendment?
It's your right to not self-incriminate yourself. With that being said, if you are to take this stand and you begin to answer questions and then you decide to hold your Fifth Amendment right, your whole testimony will be thrown out of this court. Sorry, Your Honors, it's been a little while, but I believe I've explained the things that needed to be explained.
Perfect.
I
Best of
wasn't
my
paying
knowledge.
attention, but I understand.
Before you swear him in, 1 second. Mr. El Rahman.
Yeah.
Unless you are planning to be the second coming of Conan Clarkson, I ask you to keep your voice down, please.
Oh, Rami.
Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Wait.
Look at that there, Rami.
Speaking of which, someone's got to get in contact with Clarkson to let him know that Wrangler's going to be a ranger for a week. as a
Yes, I
punishment.
did tell Tessa, but her reply was, "You have a phone, do it yourself."
Okay, the court's ruling. Someone needs to contact Conan Clarkson in the next 5 minutes. Please swear, Mr. Predin.
I can email him right now.
All right.
No, Bass got it.
Please raise your left hand. Do you swear to tell the truth? to the best of
Rami
your knowledge
Scott!
under the penalties of perjury.
Rami
So help
Scott!
you God.
So help me, Coyle.
He's
Witness is
effing
sworn
quit to get
in.
Clarkson in.
Okay, defense. Your witness.
Hey, yo, Pred, how you doing?
I think
doing
Clarkson's
good.
on the way.
All right. Can you state your name and rank for the record?
309 Kyle Pred, Sheriff of the Paleto Bay Sheriff's Office, Chief of the Davis Police Department.
All right. And within your department, who determines the structure in terms of ranks and stuff like?
I do.
And can you change that whenever you want?
Yep.
Specifically, can you change the name of rank?
Yes, I can.
All right. And in terms of police departments, is there anything preventing you or any other officer from utilizing any police department that they'd like?
Nope.
Okay. And as a member of high command, can you specifically tell officers to either avoid or utilize a specific police department?
I think so. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Let's skip over to the Hayes situation. Now you're familiar with the situation at hand, right?
Yep, I am.
And 1 second. Hey, would you guys object to narrative if we just ask him what happened?
No, I wouldn't object to Pred going on a narrative.
Okay, I am now. Pred. It's so much easier with the fuck it.
So
Pred,
there I
trust
was.
you. What happened at Hayes Auto on the day in
right.
question?
Hold on, Paul. Just
So-
send it. Rhodes, Jesus, don't be a bitch. Make it
I
happen.
pulled up to Hayes Auto to get a repair as there was nobody at Autos. I went there. My good friend was there. My good friend was there. We had a conversation. We were talking about things. I got my car repaired there, and I said, "Hey," he was like, "Hey, what's your thing?" I was like, "Oh, 1323." I gave him my state ID, and he was like, "Oh, I already put it down for thingy mabob." I was like, "Oh, you don't have to do that. Just bill me directly." And he didn't bill me directly. Oh, Shane Powers. It was Shane-O. You know Shane-O. Yeah, me and Shane-O, we go way back. So I was like, you know what? He's like, well, I already did the thingy. So I was like, all right, well, just I'll have Jenny. Can you just call Jenny, get in contact with her, and we can work out a budget with you, and then we can get that whole thing squared away. And then, as far to my knowledge, I talked to him after this thing was posted to the docket, and he just said he forgot to get a hold of Jenny. So I even offered to pay it at the time out of my pocket.
It was magnificent.
And then, he was like, it's not a big deal. And then I was like, all right, well, if you don't think it's a big deal, let's talk
Shane's
to Jenny.
not a
We'll get the
witness,
whole
but they're
thing
giving a
taken out of
narrative,
it. We'll
so-
get a budget set up.
They said they
Hi,
wouldn't object,
Jenny.
so
We'll get
Did he-
we'll get it set up.
Your Honor, real quick, I'm going to, or Your Honors and Your Excellency, I'm going to object to the portions of that statement that were direct statements from a non-testifying individual as hearsay. So anything that
He
Shane
said we would
Owen
allow
said or
narrative, so-
allegedly said, I'm going to object to that, but I'm good with the rest of the narrative.
Yeah, basically,
Nothing
there was no.
against that. Hold on, Pred. Hold on.
What do you think, Grayson?
I'm like you said, he was going to allow a narrative.
I mean,
we could
obviously, I'd
wait
like
it
that not to
accordingly. Just say
happen,
that
but
we
if it
wait
did
accordingly.
happen, listen, I ain't got a rebuttal, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I got a rebuttal. I can.
They got rebuttals.
I got one. Basically, the ruling to the objections we had about Bass's statements about this same topic earlier, it was never really stricken from the record. You guys will consider it as appropriately as your wisdom permits. So we just want the same consideration.
Absolutely.
As far as anything that happened at Hayes that isn't in evidence.
All right, we'll agree. We'll consider it. We won't strike it from the record currently. Continue, Mr. Rhodes.
Okay. Fred, at any point in time, did you identify yourself as an LSPD officer?
No, I hate the LSPD and would never do that ever.
At any point in time, did you tell the individual at Hayes to bill the LSPD account?
Nope, that would be wrong.
Were you ever informed that the LSPD account was being billed?
No, I wasn't.
Did any officer involved in this investigation reach out to you in regards to the situation at hand prior to this?
Nope, they
being
didn't
placed on the
because
dock?
they're a bunch of fucking snake fucks.
That's right.
Okay.
Can we request that Wrangler be at least put in the soft cuff so he can walk? He's been in that corner for like 30 minutes.
Okay.
There.
Hold on. Stop.
He's on our side, though.
I'll allow him to be in soft cuffs. 10 months, 10K for a Pred trying to tell us to do our job.
Ooh.
All right, you got that one, boys.
Fair enough.
For
Can I get another 10 months, 10K for what I'm about to say to Bass?
30K.
You are
30
a
months.
coward, and I'm a better chief than you'll ever be.
30K, 30 months against Pred.
My grandfather, you son of a bitch.
Pred. Oh my god.
30K, 30 months to Demi. Next person that says something is going to be 100K, 100 months. Rhodes, continue.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was going to be the next person asking a question. Pred, when the BCSO was dissolved and turned into two separate departments, were you given the ability to name your department?
Yes, I was.
Were you ever told whether or not the naming of your department was a timed thing?
Nope. I was told I could do whatever I wanted.
Okay. And I'm trying to think of if I have any other questions here. Does that mean you can also disregard that? Disregard that. Your Honor, I'm going to think about more questions. Y'all got questions?
I got one or two quick just to finish yours up, and then Murphy can do his thing. Pred, just to kind of echo a bit of what Rhodes was going on there. In your rank, do you have the ability to approve changes to the uniform that your officers wear?
I have the ability to do whatever I want!
All right, and again, are your deputies considered peace? Are all members of your sheriff's office considered peace officers?
What the fuck's a peace officer?
That's what you are.
We're war officers where I come from. We're about that war, baby.
All right, I'll let Pred or Rhodes continue. Or sorry, Murphy.
Hey, Pred, one last question.
Hey, Dark. Good to see you, Dark.
Sorry, let me hold on, Rhodes. Let me interrupt you. Mr. Clarkson, please take your new ranger, Randy Wrangler, downstairs so he can change.
What do you mean, my new ranger?
Senate has forced him to become a ranger for 7 days.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Hey, Clarkson.
Clarkson, you got to respect it.
I shot a pug.
It's the Senate.
You did a what? I shot a pug in the face.
He shot my baby.
Hold on. Let me just get this straight. This guy shoots a dog in the courtroom?
Yeah.
He in the courtroom. Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh. Well, not a dog, a pug. So you think you could just shoot a dog, Wrangler? Is that what's going on here?
Whoa.
That's
Hell
that's
yeah.
not a dog.
Oh my God.
You know that's not a dog, right? Do you know that's not a dog?
Oh my God.
Listen. Okay, who's the senator? This is like the kindergarten game where they say that the mountain lion goes what?
He's right up here, Clarkson.
Okay. Okay, where do you guys want me to take him?
Just take him downstairs to the changing area.
Get him changed.
Okay. I don't know about this. Is there we can talk about this, please, Senator?
He needs to learn how to respect animals.
He needs to learn how to respect humans too, but I mean...
True.
I respect you, Clarkson.
So currently,
and like,
Wrangler
whenever you
outranks,
see a
Clarkson, do you
handicapped
wanna
person
demote him
working
to
at Burger
sergeant
King and you're like,
for the
oh,
week?
good job. You're doing great.
Yeah,
And
he
like that
definitely-
sort of way.
Okay.
Get that?
Actually, so the senator just ruled that for the next 7 days, Wrangler is going to be just a deputy or low rank park ranger. So Clarkson, you are his
yes.
superior.
Oh really? Oh, thank God. Oh really?
So Clarkson, please take him to the park ranger station or somewhere where he can change into his new uniform.
I had a question. I done forgot.
You want to be here for the court case? We'll do it after.
Oh, okay. My
It can
question.
be done after the court case. It's
Well,
fine.
I'm not going anywhere.
Go ahead, Rhodes.
Fred, was the sheriff
I spoke to him
election
yesterday
a
about
vote which resulted in you becoming the sheriff?
Yes, it was. The highest ever, baby.
Speak up! Speak up! Say
Yes,
your
it
truth!
was. The highest ever. The highest ever.
I ain't got no more questions.
Anyone else? On the
I'm going to
defensive
yield
side?
my time in the interest of getting
I have a
Fred off
question.
the stand before he does any damage.
I have one question.
You know,
Okay.
I respect the park rangers department, so I'll allow it.
Okay,
Have you
Park
seen
Ranger Wrangler,
Apocalypse
what have
Now?
you got?
Who are you asking that question to?
Fred, have you seen Apocalypse Now?
Apocalypse Now Redux, amazing film. All right.
Can you
love that
point to
movie.
Marlon Brando in the courtroom here today?
Let me take a good look.
I don't get it.
I don't see Marlon Brando. Oh, he's right there.
Oh
He's
my
right
God, it's
there,
him.
behind the desk.
Oh my God.
It's Bass.
I have no further questions. That joke was only for people that got it. Anyone else, I don't want you to get that joke.
It's Bass. Oh, like.
If you haven't seen that movie, you should. It's an American classic.
That was riveting.
Hey, Brad.
Either Bass or Malton.
All right, so I want to pick up right where we left off about that vote that resulted in you becoming sheriff. You said that was the highest turnout of any vote like ever or something.
Yes.
Confusing, and that ain't what was said.
I mean, he started shouting it was the highest something. I'm trying to get him to clarify. That's the reason it's confusing.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's just to clarify, yeah, you good.
Yeah, just clarify what you said about that election.
Anything that involves me is the best thing ever, Bundy. You know me better than most.
Got you. Okay. All right. Were the voting numbers for that election released?
Nope, but I know that they were high because I could
you know they
smell
were
it in
high.
the air.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay, and it was specifically a vote or an election for the sheriff that resulted in both of your back-to-back two-time wins, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Whenever you were told, you said before you weren't given a time frame that you had to name your department in. Did you ultimately end up settling on a name?
I can change it whatever I want.
You can
whenever
change it.
I want.
You can change it whenever you want. Who provided you that authority?
He did.
Okay, interesting. So, could the chief of police do the same thing for the LSPD?
I never pay attention when anyone talks about the chief. He's a bitch.
Got you. Okay. Back to that incident at Hayes. Circling back to that. Were you wearing what you're currently wearing right now when you went to this?
Yeah.
Could you look at your left arm for me? That little patchy thing that's on the left side. Could you read what that said to me?
Hold on. Tebde Elapa.
You're reading it. You're reading it upside down. Does somebody have a mirror?
Sorry, Bundy. It might be helpful for the carer to help him on this.
Oh yeah, Care. Could you help him with this one? Help him fold his
Denny,
little
what's
shirt
this
sleeve
say?
over.
Oh, it says Los Santos Police Department.
Interesting. Okay. Are you a member of the Los Santos Police Department, Sheriff?
Not anymore.
Not anymore, but you were once upon a time.
Yes, for a few months.
Few months. What was your rank back then?
I was an officer.
Officer all the way to sheriff. Holy
And you
crap,
were just
okay.
a bitch dispatcher.
Yeah, not wrong. Not wrong. Okay, so you were wearing exactly what you're wearing right now. Would you agree that wearing a uniform is part of what identifies you as a police officer? Like if you pull up to a
No.
scene, do people identify you as a
No.
police officer because of what you're wearing?
Jenny, please step down.
No,
I
I
get
don't.
identified when I'm wearing all black sometime. And a mask.
Yeah, one time Gunner got eye patch ID.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
Yeah, that's also not wrong. Okay. Let me see here. Acting
married.
as the
He is married. I
as
know
the
he's
sheriff or the chief of Davis PD, as you're calling yourself now, have you ever forbidden individuals from utilizing specific police departments or specific areas of police departments?
Nope. I let people go wherever they want to go.
You've
And
never
I let
kicked-
them know that they have my permission to do it.
You never kicked anybody out of a room?
Oh, I've kicked tons of people out of rooms.
Jesus.
Apologies, Your Honor. My alarm went off.
Oh, fuck yeah. Why do you have an alarm set for that?
You specifically testified that you can change the names and designations of ranks lower than yours. Does that power extend to you being able to change your
Objection.
own?
That's a misstatement. He didn't say of ranks lower than his.
Okay. Well, then I'll withdraw. I'll ask specifically. Sheriff, what is it that gives you the specific authority to change the name and designation of your own rank?
I just changed my rank to Emperor Pred. Just now.
Just now, you're the emperor.
Just now, I'm the Emperor now.
Where does that fall in comparison to sheriff?
Yeah.
Where does that fall in comparison to sheriff, judge, and senator? Are you like between judges and the senators now, or?
What do you mean between, like some type of spike three-way?
Well, I just mean like ranking wise. Where does emperor fall?
It would be alongside sheriff and chief of police.
Alongside sheriff and chief.
Buckmaster,
Okay.
thank you for the sub.
I'm back to being sheriff of the Paleto Bay Sheriff's Office and the chief of Davis Police Department now, though.
The chief of Davis Police Department. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't have anything else at the moment. We might.
Side. Okay. Just had one question. You said prior to.
I just had one statement.
Let me finish. Before you went up on the stand, prior to question, you said that your department means more to you than anything.
Yes.
Are you referring to the PBSO or the department that you're repping with your uniform?
Well, that's you worded that question as kind of like a trick, so I'm not going to answer that.
Objection, vague.
How is that vague? It's a.
No, well, he
one
said it
or
was
the other.
confusing. It must be vague.
He's not a dumbass. He can answer it.
Oh my
It's
god!
a trick question. She
You
asked
said
me
he's-
to hold the
I said
people of
he's not.
LSPD in regard.
The compliment. I
That's
said
what
he's
the
not.
uniform I'm wearing right now.
Rephrase the question.
Okay. So you said prior to questioning that your department means more to you than anything. Do you mean the PBSO, of which you were the sheriff of, or the LSPD, which uniform you are currently wearing?
First off, it's not the department. I don't give a fuck about the department. It's the people in it.
Okay.
What
I
was
don't
the
think-
question again?
I'm going to move on from that. And I don't think anyone has actually asked you this yet. Why did you put the uniform on to begin with?
Because it was a police uniform. Only one we got.
It's the only one you own?
Well, it's the only one we have that's like a set police uniform. It's kind of like how we wear the BCSO uniform despite not being the BCSO.
So you just put it on because
It's a template uniform.
it was there.
Yeah, it was there, so I put it on, and I was like, yeah, this would be good for Davis.
Okay. Okay. I'm done.
How's your dog?
He's doing good.
I'm out of gas again. What's up?
Part of Wrangler's punishment.
I'm just going to do
During
one
his
redirect, Your
animal
Honor.
sensitivity training, he's only allowed to respond to banks and boosts.
All right, before we do continue, Mr. Clarkson, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Part of the 7 days during his animal sensitivity course, Mr. Randy Wrangler is only allowed to respond to banks and boost calls.
All right. Well, what about holdouts, Your Honor? Why can't I just do park ranger shit?
What do you think about holdouts, sir?
Oh, the mountains would be great for you, Wrangler.
Banks and booze. Jesus fucking Christ.
Banks, boosts, and yachts.
Okay. What about holdouts? Why? Does that include your holdouts, Your Honor?
Give an example of a holdout.
SWAT, like a SWAT operation.
Kang Gang rushes to Little Seoul. We have a 3-hour holdout.
Yes.
The cops have to
Yes.
oppose the 3
Yes.
That's all I can do?
Banks, boosts, holdouts, yachts.
Can we request that he can't fill out search warrants for that whole week?
Hold on. Let us talk about this with the senator. No filling out
He's
warrants
already
for a week.
handicapped on that. He can't like sign them. So.
What do you guys think?
Well, he is a deputy now,
Clarkson,
so.
can I suck on that bazooka for a second?
Mm.
What is this?
I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen a park ranger warrant before.
I should be over here.
That is true. That is true.
But let's emphasize
Yeah, that's
the
my man,
animal
Conan!
sensitivity
Are you with me,
and we need a
Conan?
report
Are
by
you with
Conan at the
me?
end of the week.
Okay, perfect.
100%. You know we hold it
Beautiful.
down, bro. Come on.
We're holding it down.
I'll let you tell him,
flopper,
Grayson. Go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Clarkson.
Yeah.
We need you to understand that when Park Ranger Wrangler here completes his animal sensitivity course,
Okay.
we're going to need some paperwork explaining what he went through, what he's learned,
Okay.
what he understands. We need a nice
He's not
solid
gonna do
report
that.
writing
Oh,
on
I will,
this.
Wrangler. Oh, I will.
It needs to be written by you
Okay, sounds good.
and presented
And if
to
we could- if
Senator
we-
GW.
Yeah,
Sounds
if we
good.
could get an essay from Mr. Wrangler about what he's learned, that'd also be great.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Thank
What
you.
am I going to learn? What animal sensitivity am I going to learn at Banks and Boost?
To continue.
He doesn't know. He
To
doesn't
continue, because you are a
No, I
park
don't know.
ranger, the only search warrants you're allowed to fill out, signed by a command member, which would be Mr. Clarkson right there, only can be about animal-related crimes.
Okay. I mean, I actually find a lot of pelts in houses, so. But if I can't go to those calls,
You can respond to animal-related calls, but your main calls are going to be banks, boosts, holdouts, and yachts. Those supersede any animal calls.
listen. If you want to raid fishermen, by all means,
Okay.
Wrangler, let's do it. All right.
I respect legislation and I respect the power of the Senate, so I guess thank you, sir. May I have another?
All right.
It's a good
You
attitude.
can
It's a
continue,
really good
Titus. I
attitude.
like the
See,
attitude. Good
that's
attitude.
That's step one. All right.
Sounds like the judge is feeding him.
All right, Pred, I just wanted to follow up on Officer Black's questions there. So you said that these insignias were just what was available. If and when you get the Davis PD logos available, would you wear those?
Yeah, sure. I'd wear them.
Thank you.
All right. If there's no further questions, Mr. Pred, you may step down.
Fred, get over here. You're done. Come on.
Any other witnesses?
Thank you, Sheriff.
But I do have love for the Bay. Thanks.
Defense, any other witnesses?
I don't believe so. Let me double check. Titus, do we have any other witnesses? All right,
Okay.
we're
10 minutes
defense
for
defense
closing.
rest, Your Honors, and
5 minutes for
distinguished
closing.
Senator.
All right. How prosecution? How are we doing on closing?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, in defense.
I've been ready since like a week ago.
I need a few minutes.
Okay, we'll give you 5 minutes.
Get a tie 5.
Yep.
Clarkson, can you get Wrangler to get changed during this time?
Sounds good.
Perfect. We'll start once he's changed and back.
All right, Wrangler, come on. Let's take you out of
All
cuffs.
What was that?
Honorable Senators, Your Honors.
Come on, sir.
I would like to announce something that would actually throw this entire thing
Good to
into
see you,
turmoil.
Good to see you guys too.
What's up?
Well,
All right.
guess I'm on high
So a long
command,
time ago,
LOA for a week.
before the Senate ever came around, forgive me, Your Honor, Senator
All right,
DW.
guys, come on.
Thanks, sir.
And before these judge elections, we judges had the ability to see the voting.
How you doing, Dark?
In fact, the voting polls for Sheriff Kyle Pred was something I myself witnessed.
Oh yeah, they're not there anymore. Do you have those records?
I do not have those records. I can find them. I could probably dig them up.
Yeah, dig
But
'em up.
I can say for sure
Mhm.
that Jenny Hall was in the lead by a long shot.
Yeah, if you can get those records, we'll throw them up on the projector.
All right. I'll see what I can do to find them. And I'll announce that his legitimacy as the sheriff could be called into question.
Your Honor.
As well.
I
But that's
mean,
for
Hey,
senatorial approval, right?
Of course, Your Honor, Senator, if you approve of this turmoil and chaos, only if you would allow it.
We'll inform you by the end of the court case. Okay. We'll talk about it in deliberation.
Judge Cross, I just wanted to ask you a quick question.
What's up?
If my mediation hearing with Wranglers this week, can I bring my dog to make sure he's complying with animal sensitivity training?
Yes.
Hell yeah, thank you.
All right. I'm moving my head for a second. I need to get more ice.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah, I'm quickly. I didn't realize how much old fashioned I'd be going through. All right, give me a minute. I'll be back, chat.
I don't care what anyone says. Bourbon just tastes better with ice.
What just happened back there? When I ask a question, I expect a response. What just happened back there?
What'd you say, Your Honor? I couldn't hear.
I was wondering what the fuck just happened back there. Looked like there was some commotion. Things got a little physical.
I heard a woman crying.
Punch, and I apologized.
Thank you, Senator.
You ever been to a carnival? You have to shoot things that are just standing like up on the edge.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like right now.
That's my people up there.
Do I get a teddy bear if I get 10?
Do it.
Hey, I'm requesting a transport when I go to prison. Will you guys be ready?
No transport.
I'm not hearing any thank yous up there.
Oof.
Perfect record.
That was great.
Now,
Great.
everybody up top, a round of applause for the senator and his fine shooting.
Good job, Senator.
Mr. Senator.
Oh, they love you.
Congratulations.
Ah, it's nice to be loved.
What the fuck? All right, like we said, we're giving you guys until Wrangler comes back in his new Ranger outfit.
As well, there's an interim. If I could confirm the contempt so far, Your Honor.
Jesus.
Yep. I've been looking at what you guys have been writing. It's great. It's there.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
You guys are good.
I didn't realize you could see that.
Also, I have this nagging suspicion that Murphy Braun thinks he's pocketing 10% of the money.
That's gonna come as a very grave disappointment.
Yeah, I am very much looking forward to this. And he has a hearing after this too. I have a.
Hey, Cross.
Yes.
Can I borrow you off to the side? I need a favor.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, Senator. What's up?
Bass and his girlfriend Shelly are burping in the corner. Can you do something about it?
They are. I can hear it. It's
Okay, let's bring it to the Senator. Senator GW, we have a problem.
What's that?
Bass and Shelly won't quit irping.
They're irping in the corner over there.
They're like saying like really long cringy paragraphs to each other and saying how much they love each other and irping and shit out loud.
Out loud for everybody. It's.
Then Shelly must be
I can't hear you. You might wanna
banished
take
to
a
the
moment
top
to
floor.
Yep.
Oh!
There you go. Do it.
Okay. Wait, me do it?
Yes, do it.
No, Senator.
Shelly. Shelly. The Senator DW banished you to the top floor of the courtroom.
And just everybody knows why. Because I will name and shame. Romantic feelings, sexual content is not welcome within this courthouse. If you're gonna get flirtatious, we will. No.
Hold on. Before you go up there, we want you to read the poem to the whole courtroom.
Come
Get over here.
I want you right here at this podium. No. Bring it up.
Shelly, you should probably go up top.
There you go. You need to shout, Shelly.
Can we throw her down so it comes up?
Share it with the class.
Shelly, you need to speak up. We can't hear you.
Honor, supposed to be special to me only.
Serge, I think it's you.
We already heard it up.
I can hear you.
Serge, I think it's you.
I think it's you.
Hold on. Okay,
Here's
Shelly.
my poem.
There you go. Perfect. Now I can hear her.
Bass, you make it feel like it's Xmas. You make me feel like I'm high class.
Oh my God.
I think you have a real nice ass.
Ah!
Bass, you have a healthy body mass. Parentheses index.
Oh my
I want
God.
to make love to you in the grass, so we can have babies en masse.
What is
That's so romantic.
I love you, Bass. I love you.
Chief of Police Sam Bass, step up to the podium, please. Come here, Sam.
Yes, sir, of course.
Does this fall under acts of
Now,
torture?
listen to me, sir. You are still under oath.
Yes, sir.
You are sworn. I want you to tell me right now what the poem made you feel.
Amazing. Just
Oh my god.
butterflies in my stomach. You know, feelings that I've felt in a long time.
Oh my god.
Shelly to the second
It was
floor.
so romantic.
All right, I'll be waiting for you on the second floor.
It's a cool to say I bricked up. I heard it.
That was disgusting.
That was disgusting.
Oh my god. Okay.
I always thought bricked up meant you had to poop.
Can we shut down Burger Shot again?
That's what I thought too.
Oh, please, no.
That was appalling.
That was one of the worst thing I've ever seen in this
I don't need to
courthouse.
know that about.
Bison, what is he saying over there?
I don't know if I want to repeat it.
Repeat what he said, Bison.
He said tiny penises are making a comeback.
At least he's honest.
Yeah, at least he's honest. Or 1857.
Can I see a show of hands from everybody who's LSPD in here?
Wait.
Okay, right. Quickly, everybody, raise your left hand if you're LS. Come on, LSPD, raise your left hands.
Also, a patrol in the city, Your Honor.
Yeah.
That's a lie. That's going to be verified.
Actually, couldn't be bothered to come here. Out on duty.
Interesting.
Okay, everybody who's LSPD, raise your left hand. Okay, do you swear and affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you, DW.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now, keep your hands raised. Lower your hands if you just lost respect for Sam Bass.
That's my PD.
Really?
I'd like to point out that they lowered, some of them lowered their hands just very briefly for the smallest sense of travel, and I think they're trying to hide behind that.
Is this on a
I do
personal
have
sense
that
or
all on tape.
professional sense?
Personal.
Oh, if we're going personal. Then...
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
come on
personal.
now.
We're not professional. Personal.
No, sorry, Bass.
That's my family.
I don't do the PDA stuff.
Hey,
I'm
just to note,
on a
Shelly
professional
also
level.
lowered her hand.
Oh, Shelly's hand went down so fast it was unbelievable.
Can I put my hand down yet?
Your hand's not even
Listen, man, we don't want to know about your white peeing
Thank
adventures,
you.
man.
Yeah, like I mean that's my
LSPD.
thing. Like on a professional level, I love you, Chief. But yeah, I don't know. On a personal level, I don't need to hear about it.
There was like 5 of them.
Can someone call Lead Ranger Clarkson and see what's taking so long?
I believe they're on their way back. They're no longer at this clothing store.
Okay, perfect.
He's a park ranger now. He's probably been kidnapped.
So I've tried. It happened so long ago. I was unable to find.
Okay, give me a quick second. Let me see if I can pull some magic. Chat, someone get me those fucking logs. Someone get me the voting election where Jenny destroyed people.
Clarkson is running into the courthouse now.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Hey, Senator, can you hear me? Because I can't hear you.
He's not talking.
He's not talking. Okay.
He's videotaping.
Yeah, I
Sounds
heard you
good.
speak and my stomach just started running. I'm sorry. There's usually more of us.
Actually, hey, check the. You should be able to check the voting polls as a judge.
I did, but they're not there. Anything
they're
past
gone
certain
now.
elections, yeah, they're not there.
Oh.
It's Thursday, that's why.
Damn.
Thursdays are our worst day.
Hey, what's the command for this screen up here?
Uh,
Courtroom big screen.
Courtroom big screen.
Thank you.
How I feel about Eddie Marshall.
since wait, what? Oh man, that reminds me of that meeting that I wasn't invited to.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a very important piece of information on the big screen to your left, to our left, your right.
Oh, that is an important piece of information.
Eddie Marshall is a
Eddie
twat.
Marshall.
Hello?
It's actually
Oh,
pronounced
hell yeah.
a twat.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, Park Ranger Wrangler is here.
Thank you, sir.
Your Honor,
You don't skip leg
I
day.
allowed him to only, he's only going to be...
Oh my God.
Your Honor, just for the courts, I want to be letting you know that he's going to be patrolling in an ATV for the rest of the day. He needs to learn the one with the Force and the Rangers, and I really hope he reforms after this one.
Okay, perfect.
No problem, no problem.
Who put that up there?
All right, prosecution. We're going to call this back in a session. Your closing arguments, please.
Oh, yeah, that's me. All right.
Probably.
You ready for me, Your Honors, Your Excellency?
Floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, we're ready.
Beautiful. In 1949, 5 domestic cats were brought to Marion Island as pets for the purposes of rodent control. However, domestic cats were not native to this area and as such had no natural control or predators, and an abundant food was at their disposal. By 1977, those numbers had skyrocketed from 5 to 3,400. Their predatory nature caused vast damage to local wildlife,
What the fuck is he
eviscerated the natural seabird nesting sites on the island, and other animals in the area were brought to local extinction.
Is this the
To
Chewbacca
control the spread of
defense?
these cats, the government attempted several things.
Is this the
Diseases were
Chewbacca
introduced
defense?
specifically to curb their population.
Is
Hunting
he actually
regulations
using
were
the
lifted and
Chewbacca
hunters
defense?
Killed and trapped hundreds of these cats, and to this day, the island has not recovered from the introduction of this species. Similarly to 1949, in 2021, Kyle Pred was elected as the sheriff of the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. Like a parasitic hairworm, Kyle Pred has crawled into the Blaine County Sheriff's Office, scooping out its intestines and operating it from the inside like it's a puppet, draining all signs of life that originally remained inside of it. These examples are used because Kyle Pred is like the cats of Marion Island or the parasitic hairworm, an invasive species capable of causing extensive damage when he is not controlled and regulated. The facts of this case are very simple. On March 22nd, 2022, Kyle Pred concocted a harebrained scheme. He would declare himself as the chief of police of the Davis Police Department. This is not a title or position that was granted to him by any governing body. There was no discussion amongst members of police high command. And like a feral cat hunting a rabbit that it has no intention on eating, Kyle Pred simply unilaterally did this because he was bored. Previously throughout this week, while we were working on other investigations, Kyle Pred was back to wearing his old sheriff's vest. Kyle Pred claimed dominion of the Davis Police Department despite taking no efforts to ensure that the Paleto Bay Sheriff's Office is put to proper use first, a husk of a building otherwise let to rot in decrepitude. He wore the sigil of the Los Santos Police Department and even went so far as to go to Hayes Auto Body Repairs, a location that the PBSO has no contract with, wearing the sigil of the LSPD, calling himself the chief of police to seek out repairs. Kyle Pred intentionally went to an automotive shop where, due to his own department's lack of a running invoice, he would be required to personally pay for repairs and services. He derived a benefit by wearing the uniform of the LSPD and utilizing the budget of the LSPD for his own automotive repairs, and then turned around and left without paying. Today, we ask this court and the Senate to impose the rule of law against Kyle Pred and enforce its prior order. We ask the government of this state to take measures to ensure that the invasive species that is Kyle Pred is contained before any further damage is done to the species he stands to cause the most harm against, the citizens and the government of the great state of San Andreas. Thank you, Your Honors.
Oh my, how dare you not thank
Before
the
the
Senate?
defense goes, Your Honor, you just basically shit on your entire decision to
We're gonna need
make
to press murder charges
Kyle
after
Pred the
this
sheriff.
against Stu Bundy.
Just for deliberation aspect. You want to give him contempt as well, sir, or?
Sorry, what was that?
That Mr. Bundy just literally just shit on every decision you've made to make Alpred the sheriff. Basically, you caused an invasive species to destroy the city.
Huh.
Would you like to give him contempt after we deliberate?
Yeah, we'll talk about that one.
Perfect. All right.
All right.
All right, defense.
All right. Your Honors and the Senate. Today, we've heard from several people. One of which was Tracy Martel, who really said not much outside of a discussion of ranks within a department she's not part of. Stuff that's mostly irrelevant. We've also heard from Bass, who himself said he's of equal rank to Pred. We've also heard that within Kyle Pred's department, regardless of its name, Pred can assign, reorganize, or create any specific rank within his own department. We then again heard from Bass, who continuously indicated that Pred should be found guilty of fraud because, and I quote, facts and evidence, which he repeated over and over again, and then struggled to indicate any fact or evidence in this case. And that's because he wasn't present during that fraud situation, or which he claims was a fraud situation. There is no witness here today to testify to any of what happened outside of Kyle Pred, and the person being accused of fraud. Kyle stated he never identified himself as LSPD, never told him to charge the LSPD, or told him his state ID so he himself could cover the repair costs. And when they indicated that it was covered, Fred even indicated and directly told them to call Jenny Hall to organize payment and set up a contract moving forward. Which then brings us to the next point. Why didn't they call Mr. Otto? Is it Tom Otto? Is it Tomato? I don't know. But the only witness to this supposed fraud case.
I know, Tom.
And the reality is, it's likely because they didn't want to bring up the fact that they didn't do their due diligence because it would ruin their fraud case. This case, at best, is some of the shoddiest police work I have personally seen. The LSPD should be embarrassed. Now, that said, this boils down to the fact that the LSPD is maliciously pushing charges against Kyle Pred because, I mean, in my mind, I think they're jealous of what was originally the department considered the underdog, which now far exceeds any sort of expectation set and outpaces the LSPD in almost every aspect. Now, that being said, Kyle Pred is a police officer. Kyle Pred is a peace officer. Kyle Pred is every variant of a law enforcement officer, regardless of rank or department or title, and nobody here can dispute that. The LSPD is the only department pushing us away from any semblance of a unified police department, and Kyle Pred, quite frankly, should not be found guilty of any of these charges. Thank you, Your Honors, and the Senate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Great closing. Great.
All right, we're gonna keep it pretty simple and quick. We're gonna go deliberate. It'll take a little bit.
Hey, I found a source for that information.
Oh.
Can I post that?
Yeah, what are
Pass it on to
email it and I'll put it up.
Anyways, hey, watch this, guys. Watch this. You guys watching? Watch this. Splits. I'm so mobile in these. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm really mobile in
April.
these.
Very
this
interesting.
month.
Hmm.
It's actually a year this month, actually. April 18th. Crazy.
Thank you.
All right, well, we'll leave those up for everyone to see then.
Should I talk about it? Should I make?
Yeah, go ahead. You
should
can
I
talk
use
about it while we go and deliberate.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys seeing a. It's been a while since I've been here. Holy
Oh my
shit.
God, he didn't even win.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to.
That one was because of China. That one was because of China. That was when I.
Okay, let's break it down.
I don't know about you guys, but that was fucking awful.
It wasn't great. Way too much dead air. So, I don't think they have it. I don't think they've proven anything beyond a reasonable doubt. I think evidentially this was piss poor. I think it was loads of fucking hearsay. I think the fraud charge falls over instantly because of the lack of Tomato being here to say. Well, look, if you look at fraud as a charge and what it is, what we're unable to do is actually, there was no attempt to identify the vehicle being used as belonging to Kyle Pred to prove that he actually, gained a material advantage. That car could literally be an LSPD vehicle that was being charged for repair to the LSPD. We don't know. That argument was never made. It was never proven that that vehicle that is identified there was anything. Like, it hasn't been proven. So fraud to me dies instantly.
So my whole thing here is, right, they're arguing that that he's basically impersonating a police officer, right? So what is the definition of impersonation? You're dressed as something you're not, you're acting as something you're not. But it was brought up during the court case that the entire PBSO is impersonating the BCSO. So the issue here is he is saying that he is using a template uniform to signify that he is the chief of the Davis Police Department. But according to him, since he is the sheriff and he is at the top with Bass, he can literally change his title to whatever the hell he wants. Now, thankfully, we have someone here who is all-powerful, which is a senator. He can actually answer that question to us. Can he do that?
I don't want to say no. I also don't want to say yes. It's one of those do it and ask for forgiveness things.
Correct. So my suggestion in all this, because it's honestly a very petty case, the fraud hasn't been proven. I think we can all agree with that. That there's not enough here for fraud. Impersonating a peace officer. Now, I would like for, in my opinion, they're asking for sentencing to be patrolling north of Route 68 for 2 consecutive shifts against Cal Pred. I would like the actual punishment to be that for 2 days, we'll start next week because there's a shit ton of court cases for the next 4 days that are very important that shouldn't be fucked with. But for 2 days, starting next week, the LSPD should patrol north of Route 68, and the PBSO should patrol south of Route 68.
So I was thinking something slightly different, right? They're in there saying about the unified police department. There was nothing unified about that shit.
No, not at all. Absolute shit show.
So why don't we make Pred the chief for a week, and we make Bass the sheriff for a week?
Absolutely.
And
I
they
agree.
have to fucking unify them fucking departments, because otherwise it's a joke.
100%. I agree 100%.
The other way to do that would be to make Mr. Pred a standard officer in the LSPD for 2 days, and then once he's done with that, Mr. Bass becomes a standard deputy in the PBSO.
I think that would just be punching bags.
That would, yeah, that would, they would.
That's a good point.
Yeah. No,
but if we switch them up, make them see the value in each other's officers, that can't hurt.
I like it. I like it.
But we have to have some kind of underlying way to make them take it seriously, because if they just go in there and act a fool, then I don't know.
We'll remove them from office.
Yeah, like literally we can lay it out. Look, your continued roles within your current departments are contingent upon your behavior and the way you comport yourself during these 2 days. It's important. We're not playing around. You're going to treat us seriously. The Senate's here, and we will take away fucking the job from you if you don't behave.
Yeah, a week though, not 2 days.
A week.
Yeah, so like until next Friday, basically.
Yeah. Okay, that's actually perfect.
That's great.
Yeah, especially with what's happening this weekend.
We kind of need to drag them all back together because once Doug got shot and they started shooting at each other, that's an issue. Can't have that happen in open court.
Yeah. Also, I know this. You know, they wanted to press charges and take this to a bench trial in the beginning. I'm honestly very surprised that they didn't do what both sides were saying at one point, which is talk it out and figure this out within closed doors.
Yeah. We'll just throw all the
So-
charges out as well.
Yeah, I'd throw all these charges out and then issue this decree as a part of contempt charges for both of them because everyone said some shit they shouldn't have said.
Yeah, we'll throw out all the contempt as well, except Murphy's.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, so let me add up all the contempt for Murphy. Grayson, do you mind writing this down really quickly, and I'll do the contempt stuff.
Sure.
All right. Let me get the numbers down. Do you want to just do just the fines for Murphy that way, because he's got a deposition after this. Fines, and then have him. He has to do a ride along with a police officer for the rest of the night.
He has to ride with the Rangers.
With a ranger. Okay, perfect. I like it. All right, give me a moment.
I'm gonna pee in this corner.
Give me a second. I'm just gonna throw a quick contempt chart.
Oh my God.
All right, where is Kyle Pratt? I just heard him yelling.
Oh yeah, I was yelling up top.
All right, where's Jenny Hall?
I don't know where my handler is.
All right, wherever she is, whenever she comes back, she's getting 10K 10 months for being a bad carer. Being a terrible carer.
What have you done, Kyle?
Really going to be fit.
All right, I gotta do some math, guys. No most def. No. There we go. We can do that. Hey, what's up, Crane? We're just doing math right now, and he's writing
How'd it
down
go?
the... It was a shit show.
Well, I mean, yeah, but how'd it go?
At one point, Wrangler pulled out a gun and shot the pug. And then everyone started
And
shooting
then
each
they
other.
started shooting at Wrangler. It descended quite hard.
Yeah, we're throwing out the charges. We've come out with a decent thing to do for the next 7 days. Pred's going to be the chief, and Bass is going to be the sheriff.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
Yeah, because the Unified Police Department is not unified at all. Oh, also, Wrangler for the next 7 days is a park ranger. Demoted from captain to regular deputy. And he's only allowed to answer boosts, vaults, yachts, and holdouts.
Oh, perfect.
And can only push for a search warrant on something if it's animal related.
Should have made him SRU.
No.
Because he likes Beaver Bush, but he hates racers.
And he's on an ATV for the rest of the night.
Nice.
Yeah, that's why he has to deal with boosts. All right, let me do this math really quickly. Calculator. Okay, let's see. So, 10 plus 10. What am I doing? They did this all for me
Where's
already.
Davis?
He was unable to attend due to some out-of-city issues.
All right.
So he had a Grayson step in. Okay, so... Okay, so... 50,000 plus 80,000 plus 10,000 plus 50,000 plus 310,000.
Okay, I'm good.
20, 1, 2, 3.
Crane?
Yes.
530.
Crane? It's gone.
All right,
Yeah.
and bronze fine is going to be 53,000. That is 10%.
Mhm.
Who?
All
Oh,
right.
which officer do you want to charge it, so they can get a bonus, or do you want to do it, Senator?
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Okay, we'll pick someone out of the lineup.
I gave Peach a hard time at the beginning.
Okay, Is she on duty or?
I have no idea, but she was there, you know.
Perfect.
Oh, okay. So all the inmates want to kill all the cops that are going up there. Newsflash.
Yeah. Okay.
They're actively waiting in the
That's
cell
fine.
block
We have
for
we have
everyone to be
yeah we have a solution. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Alrighty.
Maybe the DOC should get an impromptu vacation all of a sudden for no reason.
Come on, come on, grab your balls. You can do it.
Fast, Pred, come to me right now.
Come on. Oh, come on.
What's up?
All right. I need to have a question from both of you. Who do you think is the poorest cop here right now?
Probably me. Why?
Angel.
Angel. Okay. All right. Perfect.
No.
Thank you.
What do you mean, Angel?
She's
Angel.
never on duty. You're on duty all the time.
No, it's
Bass.
Angel.
All right. Thank you.
Big, but he doesn't do shit.
You got all the contents ready? You ready to like dismiss what you need to dismiss?
Yeah, I've got it.
Cool.
No, I didn't.
You deal with that first, and then I'll do the.
Okay. That's a problem.
Mr. Marshall.
I hate chairs. All right, we're gonna call this courtroom into order. We're gonna start right at the beginning with the contempt charges. Peach, stop talking now. Whoever is talking needs to shut the fuck up.
Your Honor, can you give me 1 minute? Is that okay or no?
Okay, fine. 1 moment because Chief Bass needs a minute. Oh, there's Miss Jenny Hall. Captain Hall, you're getting 10K 10 months because you failed to be a proper carer for Calpred.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm good, by the way. Sorry about that.
All right, we've decided as a whole unit, we are going to dismiss all contempt charges, but Murphy Braun is still going to be charged 10% of those charges. We have decided...
Going to get the charge?
No, yes, you're getting it. You're getting charged 10% of all their
give you
charges.
money.
Why would Senator GW give you money? All right, so we're going to let Captain Angel charge him $53,000 in contempt.
Wait, no, Wrangler's
hell yeah,
contesting his. It's $21,000.
Wrangler,
Denied.
would you like to contest yours, even though you're not getting him?
not at all.
Perfect.
Thank you.
$53,000, Angel. You can bill him.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take care of that right now, Your Honor.
All right, perfect. All right, go ahead there, Grayson. Floor's yours.
Okay. In the matter of the people versus Kyle Pred, we have deliberated and come to a conclusion, and this is the verdict of this court. All charges are being thrown out. This was absolutely ridiculous. This has been an eye-opening experience for this panel. Both the judges and the Senate were absolutely disgusted at the lack of a unified police department within this courthouse today. What we saw was tribal and brutal in a way we were not expecting. You must understand the ruling that the Senate has arrived at should be treated with the utmost seriousness. So, for the next 7 days, 1 full week beginning right now, Sam Bass has been transferred and will receive the rank of Sheriff of the Paleto Bay Sheriff's Office. And Kyle Pred has been transferred and will be the LSPD Chief of Police. Your conduct during this transition.
Hold on. Stop talking now. Stop talking.
I am serious.
Grayson is talking.
Your conduct during this transition period for the next week will determine whether or not you keep your current roles going forward. Do not mess this up. Do not bring shame to the departments you will be serving going forward for this week. It's time to bring these departments back together. Gentlemen, it's time to find a unified police department. You must learn to see the value in the officers you will be serving with for the next week. If we are not happy with where we stand within a week, both your positions will be under evaluation by the Senate. Does everybody understand what's happening?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Understood, Your Honor.
Yep.
That is the verdict of this court.
Before we do leave this room, remember everything that transpired in this courtroom. The fact that the last thing anyone saw here today with a gun was Wrangler shooting a pug and then everyone shooting at Wrangler. The
Right.
one thing that unified everyone was animal abuse.
Okay.
If that's the only thing that's unifying this police department, God have mercy on all your souls.
I think it was more me that. Well,
I mean, Rhodes did tell him to put it down.
Oh my God, Bison.
What?
Fantastic.
Oh!
Great.
Crane, you want to make an
Thanks.
announcement before everyone gets out?
Hey, don't leave yet. Do not leave. Crane has an announcement.
Go ahead.
All right.
Holy shit.
So I was approached by the Senate, and we had a discussion regarding the future of the DOJ, the way things are structured. There was an offer made to me that I brought to the other judges who gave their support. So moving forward, I will be stepping down as a judge, and I will be taking a position of chief judge. What this means
Hell yeah, good
is
shit.
that I will operate in an oversight role over 12 judges, not 9. The 12 judges will still be elected on the
Congrats.
cyclical election cycle. There will be 4 each cycle elected. This will allow some judges to come in who maybe don't have the time to contribute to what would be required of the 9. It'll give more diversity to the court because we're lacking, obviously, some female presence up here. And it'll give me the opportunity to move into the oversight role, which will be a non-elected, appointed lifetime position, which is either retired or removed. So I want to thank y'all for your support. If you got any questions about the dynamics, feel free to approach me about it. Thank you.
Congratulations, Crane.
Congratulations.
Well deserved. Well, congratulations,
Oh,
Crane.
yeah.
Rose, my lover, come back over here.
Senator!
Come on,
Senator!
Deputy,
Jesus!
go.
Senator!
Senator!
Come on, my deputy, let's go.
Your Honor!
Just a second.
Fred, over here.
All
Fred.
right.
Fred.
Well, I'm off to the mountains.
Fred, over
Good
here.
luck, everyone.
your chief. And
Johnny
your
Park
sheriff
Ranger
still
Wrangler.
If you
Fred,
go
come
to
over
the
here.
Weekend at Bernie's, your ass, because there is a
Yes.
4% chance I'm doing like everything.
How's
Hey.
it going, Chief?
Hey,
It's
Fred.
going pretty
can
good.
you,
How
can
you guys doing?
Can you hear me, Fred?
How's it going, Chief?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, Malton, are you here too? There he is. Malton, come over here. Both of you
Yes.
come closer over here. All right. You two are going to be working together a lot for the next week.
Yeah, sure.
But the main thing is, Pred, I want you to never forget that Bison's a fucking snake.
Oh, yeah, I never forgot that.
Yeah, just Bison.
Just Bison.
Just Bison.
Just Bison.
Just Bison.
Just Bison.
Just Bison. Malton. Just
Alright, let's get that hour in.
Malton, do you agree?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, was that it?
That's it.
All right,
You
let's
guys
go
have
to
a nice
judges'
week.
chambers. Yeah, you
All right, let's go to the judge's chambers.